Okay, I'm gonna cut it to here, or maybe even here. So, I hope this works. Hi, it has been a while. I'm gonna unmute it. I'm gonna cut it to here, or maybe. Okay, sounding good. Um, I apologize if there's gonna be any, streaming issues because I planned this absolutely last minute. And yeah, so it has been a while. Welcome back. Today is going to be an abnormal sort of stream. I am not streaming my, normal kind of content. I'm not doing Minecraft series collector. I'm not playing with Java Monk. I am going to be nostalgic today because I sort of realized this about an hour ago that I missed a very, very special anniversary on July the 31st. And that was the 10-year anniversary of my very first YouTube video, which, as you may know, is privated. So, well, it's not privated. It's been deleted because you know what, we'll get into that. So that's basically the plan for today. I want to take a step back from, I was a little bit overwhelmed because I was not prepared for my next series collector stream at all. But today we're going to take a little, step back and recollect all of the work that I have done over the past 10 years, which is insane to say now, and, share with you guys some things about my channel, I guess, that some people might not know, or if I've chosen to keep to myself for an exceptionally long time and I'm comfortable sharing now. And as well as, showing you guys some, you know, videos that you either may not have seen before or you can't see anymore, and like brushing over them. So, what I want to direct your attention to is this playlist that I made like 3 seconds ago, and that is called 10 Years of CJ Purple Princess. So, this is basically, it's technically 41, but it's 40. 40 videos of, you know, in chronological order of videos that, are relevant to my CJ timeline, I guess what you would say. And, we'll go over each and every single one of them. I'll talk about like the numerous phases and eras that I've been in my channel, and, just discuss more as we celebrate the wins and losses of our history that we've shared. Now, my two big viewers, like my main viewers, I guess, are David and Java Monk. They have not been here for as long as my channel has existed, dare I say. I mean, Java Monk has been there probably the longest out of the two of them. Um, to be fair, we did start like becoming friends because of our, mutual interest of YouTubing in Minecraft and making up complete wonky narratives, which was my staple a really long time ago. So I would say that he showed up in my life around here 6 years ago. Jesus Christ. 6 years ago. That is absolutely insane. And David is actually a little bit later than that. I would say here, around here. So it seems like it's not that far apart. I would say it's about a year apart. It just doesn't really show that. So let's start from the very top and show you guys the history of CJPurplePrincess. So you guys may already and definitely know this, but I did not start out as CJPurplePrincess. This channel was not called CJPurplePrincess. It was called my full legal name because I'm just so intelligent, Claire Jennings. And this was the very first video I ever uploaded on July the 31st of 2015. Oh my god, I can't believe it's been 10 years. So, I'm going to show it to you, and I'm going to show it to you once, and then I'm going to talk about it. So let's just get started.
Hello, my name is Claire Jennings. I am brand new here on YouTube, and I just want to say a quick hi and nice to meet you. And I just want to say hi to everybody on YouTube. My birthday is July 6th, which is 2 days after the 4th of July. And also, I'm 10 years old. And I cannot wait to show myself on YouTube. And I am right now. So, I just wanted to say a quick hi. So, hi. Welcome me to YouTube with a little like on the bottom. Thank you for watching this video. This is Claire Jennings, signing off.
Good God. Oh no, we're not going to the next one.
Hello, my name is Claire Jennings.
Okay, so first of all, this is what the actual video was called, was This Is Me, Claire Jennings. So, and it says re-upload because I uploaded this 4 years ago, but of course, I uploaded that on the exact date of its original upload, which was July 31st. And it says 6 years ago today. I'm going to read the descriptions though because they can get a little strange. In celebration of that, I decided to bring it back, despite the fact that I deleted the original upload when I turned this channel. That is true. Oh hi, someone just texted me, which turned 5 years old a couple of weeks ago. Big announcements coming up. I have no idea what they were, but so we're gonna start off with this lazy eye of mine. My God, that has been bothering me for absolutely ages, is the fact that my eye is completely drooped compared to the other, and that is because this is actually take 2 of recording this video. You know, I remember I was making, how it happened was that I was able to, start YouTubing in general, was that um, I made like an hour-long video with my plushies and my Minecraft torch, like this horror movie. And, I sent it to mom via email because I didn't know anywhere else. And she emailed me back saying, why not upload this to YouTube? And I was like, really? And of course I didn't upload that video and I don't have it right now. We'll get into why a little bit later. But, the next day, I was like, Mom, can I start a YouTube channel and start uploading it? And, she said yes. And I took the YouTube channel that I already had to watch Entium and LD Shadow Lady and Afmao to record my introduction, I guess. And take 1, I don't have take 1. Take 1 is completely lost. But apparently my mom, I showed it to my mom, to give maternal approval, and she did not like it. She asked, due to grammatical issues, and asked me to, repeat it. And I got upset because I was sensitive to that, and I started like crying, and because I didn't like her saying that she didn't like my first take and to go and redo it. So after a little bit, we came up to the agreement to say very specifically, my birthday is July 6th, which is 2 days after the. Well, actually, we didn't come up to this agreement. She just told me to like expand on July 6th, kind of like an essay, which is why I said which is 2 days after the 4th of July. Kind of like, essay like approval. She basically wanted this to be some sort of business video made by a 10-year-old. And that's why I said that. So that's why my face is so red and my eyes droopy, because I was just crying like 5 minutes before I recorded this. And no, God, no.
Hello, my name is Claire Jennings.
Good Lord, that tooth gap. And
Nice to meet you. And I just want to say hi to everybody on YouTube. My birthday is July 6th, which is 2 days after the 4th of July.
Yeah. You could see the thought processing, like saying, like, what should I say next to get my mom's approval?
YouTube, and I just want to say hi to everybody on YouTube. My birthday is July 6th, which is 2 days after the 4th of July.
Oh my God. And then I'm doxing myself. Also, I'm 10 years old. And it's true, I was literally just freshly 10.
So,
oh, those earrings.
I just wanted to say a quick hi. So, hi.
In my head, I'm like, oh, people are gonna love that. People are gonna think that's so adorable. And it was. My mom laughed.
Welcome me to YouTube with a little like on the bottom.
I was so excited to start, proposing to my viewers for likes. My God, I did get like 3 likes, and my original video was 168 views, which was coincidentally the same. Well, it was 170, but for a while it was 168, which was my classroom name at the time, which was very coincidental. And, what was I gonna say? But yeah, 3 likes. 3 people welcomed me to YouTube with a little like on the bottom. Thank you to whoever those people were.
Thank you for watching this video.
And thus is.
This is Claire Jennings signing off.
That's the only thing from that original channel that I've kept to this day was the outro. This is Claire Jennings signing off. I thought of that on the spot. I don't even remember what my original conclusion was going to be because I've used it for so long. Of course, I've sort of tweaked it up, gave it a little sing-song kind of thing, but basically that's the deal now is this. Alright, so I guess we're done with this video. I don't even know what the original description was, so, you know, who cares? it's all in the past. This is Claire Jennings signing off, and there's not much else I can really say about this video other than to continue with no.
Hello,
Stop.
my name is Claire Jennings.
I'm trying to go to the playlist. So actually I should probably just open in a new tab next time. So after this, I, started planning intricately series and skits that I should make and upload on my channel because what this channel originally was very much a life, not really a lifestyle, but it was essentially filmmaking because I was born to be a filmmaker, duh. And very, 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 very young. I had, how many series did I had? I think I had 3, maybe, yeah, I can think of 3 main series. There was School Sucks, the Trailer Channel, and I think it was Mario and Luigi Adventures. The Mario and Luigi Adventures are completely gone. They are lost. It's officially lost media. I uploaded the first episode. There are 2 different versions of the first episode, and they're both gone. I have no idea where they are. The trailer channel is partially lost. I still have one of the trailers and one of the full videos, but there is a third one that I completely lost. But School Sucks is probably the least lost, I guess, and also my most popular out of my entire channel at the time. So, School Sucks episode 1 is completely gone. There was only one clip that I have, and it's uploaded on my second channel. But School Sucks episode 2 is uploaded for everybody to see, and episode 3 is somewhere in my archives. Again, we'll get to that later. So, School Sucks episode 2. I'm going to brush over it very shortly, especially since it's so freaking loud. But you can see now I'm starting to get into my comfort. I'm starting to, really get into the feel of what my channel to be like. And you can see it like immediately.
Hey, YouTube! Me, Claire Jennings.
God. What a... God. I can't make fun of myself for being like terrible or cringe because, again, I was 10 years old. Every 10-year-old is going to be cringe on the internet the first time. So, that's just going to be really cute. And yeah, oh my God, my mom really didn't like this video because the floor was messy and we were just like, again, we had just moved in very, very recently. So things like changed. Things are not exactly well kept up together. She didn't like that and how it was on the internet, but this was like maybe my second, no, probably my, not, it wasn't a very popular video because it was episode 2, but it was probably my favorite out of every single one of them. On September 27th, 2015, which was the original upload day. I used to make videos, edit, and upload them on the same day because these were so easy to make. Fresh out of school, I had the feeling to make another episode for YouTube. Problem was, I wasn't sure what Sunday school was. Oh no! Ugh. My atheism, whichever the term is, shows aggressively because this whole thing is centered around Sunday school, which I thought was like a detention. Like, you go to school on Sundays because you're a bad kid. So when someone would say, I'm going to Sunday school, I would assume that, like, they're a bad kid, but frankly, it's quite literally the opposite. I thought it was a punishment for bad kids who didn't do their homework to have an extra day in school, so I turned it to this. Also, foreshadowing my own life, I have problems forever now. God, I'm dramatic. Oh my god. This was, by the way, like, I'm speaking dramatic because I'm saying dramatic because it's not that long ago when I uploaded this video and made the description. So let's just continue on with this video.
And I just got home from school, and it's now the weekend, so I decided to make another episode of School Sucks. No kidding. I'm not lying. We're gonna watch another episode of School Sucks.
Ugh.
And
so I want to point out something that
Yeah,
you might
I
be
know,
a little bit
sucks.
weirded out about. And this isn't really, actually, that's really good. You might notice there's a ring on my finger. And, it's very unconventional why in the world would I have a ring around my finger. That is because when I was a kid, born, I guess, up to this age, 10 years old, I was a thumb sucker. And I sucked my thumb, pretty much all of my life in school, well, when I was trying to go to sleep, you know, just out of will, anytime. And when I moved, I planned to finally break that because, I would be mocked in class, or my parents would mock me sometimes for being a thumb sucker at 10. So I put on that ring because, when you try to suck on it, it would hurt because it's metal and gems. It worked. So that ring is the reason why I'm not a thumb sucker today. And, I was still working on it at the time. And, I don't suck my thumb regularly anymore. Sometimes, never mind. That's a bit too TMI, but basically that's why that's on there.
And yeah, I'm in these fancy clothes right now
Nah,
because I just went to school. Oh, besides, these are fake glasses,
good glasses.
actually. They have lenses and they're fake, and I really like them. See, they're cute.
Nah,
You-
well, you can try. So, this series is well known among my family and especially my sister for having horrible intros. So, just enjoy yourself.
Oh, it looks like my phone is ringing. What is it? Ah, here. Hello?
That was my sister's phone.
Hello? What's going on? What? That's not fair! We have Sunday school because we didn't finish our homework?
Good God.
Wow! School sucks! School sucks! That is crazy!
Oh my God, what was I thinking? Okay, I'll admit it. I had like 5 tracks at the time to choose from, and that one was like in my head the most teeny. But God, why did I turned it up to like 400%? It's so loud for no reason, and oh my God, here's the problem. This is voiceover, and the problem with doing voiceover back then was that I couldn't hear like the actual video while I was doing voiceover, so I had to guess when to say things. So that's why everything is so off.
School sucks!
Intro done. So then I sort of like, oh good God, I continue acting, and before Puss in Boots 2 did it, I gave a super realistic panic attack on screen.
No thanks. I think I'm gonna. Whoa! Bye.
Oh good God. I also used to put text over it while I was editing it. What?
The meanest kid in the school.
have no idea what I said in that first half. But then I kind of just ramble. I don't know what in the world I'm doing. Just things. I also say Mrs. Fredrickson because that was the first last name I could think of.
They're always gonna be like in Sunday school.
Just weird. What was I thinking? I've gone insane. Just things like that. And then comes the scene that absolutely. My sister and I aren't on speaking terms right now, but this scene specifically absolutely, kills my sister every time she watches it.
It's tomorrow.
It's after this. Okay, so ignore whatever the word. I don't know. I should have just shut up about that.
Stupid phone. Oh, where is it?
First of all, it doesn't even look like I'm pulling it out of my pocket, if you know what I mean.
Hello. I'm sorry, Mrs. Fredrickson. How's it going? What do you want?
You gotta give it to me. I was expressive as hell back then.
What? I am late for Sunday school by 2 hours late?
My lip quivering. It's so good.
I'll be right there. Yeah, I'm late for school.
It's just how things are. And then this horrible voiceover.
You're gonna have to go shopping with your little brother. I have Sunday school.
Oh my god, I look so tiny. Like, my height compared to that. Oh my god, I'm tiny. I could, pick me up and, play catch with it. I just. Kid thing. And then, oh my god, my old outro.
I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like on the bottom. You just click the like button. But you can comment down below anytime you like.
No.
But if you want to see more videos of me, please subscribe. And thank you for watching
10 out of 10 graphics. I can't compete with that.
This is Claire Jennings, signing off.
Again, signing off. Okay, so now basically there's not a lot of remnants left of my original channel. I actually uploaded a couple of vlogs. None of those vlogs I have today. To be fair, the only what I have left of one of those vlogs is my mom recording it and uploading it to Instagram, which I was going to show you today, but I can't open Instagram for some reason. I don't know if it's down. My internet seems to be doing fine, but it's just Instagram that's bothering me. So no evidence of Columbia River vlog today. I deleted it because it technically revealed my location, which back then was super, super taboo to me, despite the fact that it was totally okay with, sharing my age, my name, my grade, God forbid, everything. So that kind of and then, I found out that I could record on Minecraft, and, I announced it to the channel, hey, I'm going to start recording Minecraft videos now. And that was the last video I ever uploaded before, everything happened. I was thinking about it one day, and I thought to myself, I'm probably just gonna do Minecraft videos forever now. I had a schedule that I wasn't coming to terms with. I was a little bored and I was trying to create lore for School Sucks, but I just wasn't motivated anymore. And, it had been months and months since my last video. It was a year since I started YouTubing, and I'd only uploaded 10, maybe 15 videos. Vlogs, nothing really felt worth it right now. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do a complete channel refresh. Just start over. But how I did that is stupid because I deleted every video I had without checking to see if I had an archive of it. Gone. Lots of videos completely lost to time. It is one of my biggest regrets. I hate that. I hate myself for doing that. And I'm just happy that I have these videos still to show you guys and to, remember the Claire Jennings age with. And then, you know, 9 years ago, on July the 12th or the 11th, depends on where you are, of 2016, I uploaded the beginning of CJPurplePrincess, which was unlisted for a while because I mentioned my sister's dead name, but now it is public with her permission, of course. Welcome, David. So I'm gonna keep David up to speed, and we're basically going over a timeline of my videos as a YouTuber because on July the 31st of 2015, I started uploading from YouTube, and it has since been 10 years since I uploaded videos, and we're just, being nostalgic, and I'm giving little facts and tidbits and explanations for random things. We've gone over these two videos so far. I'm kind of going to brush over the majority of these because they're so long. And we're now just getting started to 9 years ago when I started Minecraft YouTubing and the whole reset of the thing, however you explain it. So,
Wow, this place is neat.
so I use the same exact software as I do now. Hold on, I gotta turn up my brightness. I can't see anything. So, I didn't add a description. These are weird chapters that were automatically added. You know, this one comment was my sister's, by the way. Quite a while ago, she made a lot of hate comments as a prank to me, and I forced her to delete them because I was upset. And yeah, this is the original video. It is not a re-upload like the other two videos were. 3 likes, July 12th, 2016. For some people, it might say the 11th. It depends. So
It's got a.
this was all made with the crayfish and the NPC mod, the crayfish furniture mod, and it took like a couple of days for me to build this whole thing, and everything in this basically started the Claire's Neighborhood series. This was the prologue, and everything was, you know, improved, said, oh my god, said, off the top of my head, which is why dialogue gets super, super stupid.
Like trading. And let's check that place that was over there. I'm really curious. Oh no, a skeleton.
Oh no, a skeleton. So, this is my first skin, and I made this just to like give like an original CJ look, and the skin is awful. This skin sucks, and I can't even explain. Like, hold on, I'm gonna go the Nova skin because it exists on Nova Skin. All of my skins that I've made in the past. Um, no, I don't want the extension, but thank you very much. Okay, here they are. Oh, good lord. So, this was my original skin. It's horrible. It's horrible, to say the least. The clothes were like, it's a secondary layer, which just makes no sense. I don't know what I was doing with my hair. There's a random heart. Skirt doesn't even, show up on the inside sometimes. It's just horrible. And of course, I've got my crown, I've got everything there, just a different color. And of course, I have many others. I have my Halloween one that I used once, the one with me without a crown, which looks weird, long hair, short hair version, an original Halloween one, my Gaming Christmas Countdown, my original Gaming Christmas Countdown one that I abandoned, and then I have this one which I used for my interspecies prologue. So that's basically, what all my skins looked like. So, you know, things get really cringe always because it's me.
Does that mean I'm.
And I didn't admit to this for the longest time, but I completely copied my sister's. My sister was doing about the same thing that I was, and she did it just a little bit before I did, about a few weeks. And the story for her went like, she ran into an Enderman named Walter, I think, and things happen, whoosh, magic, and all of a sudden she's half Enderman. And I was like, that's such a cool concept. I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm a princess because I'm just like that. And, our universes were kind of supposed to collide. But after about a few episodes, I was in the second one of hers, as she completely abandoned hers. And then after 5 of mine, um, I abandoned mine as well. And right now we're kind of, sometimes we go over a custody battle of the series because she technically created it, but I took control of it and actively work to build it. So, all of her episodes are completely gone. She deleted them and didn't archive them, and she has many of her old videos that are currently deleted or privated, but I don't have access to them, so we won't be seeing them here. And oh,
So you'll know me
and
as
this was the beginning of using Simple from iMovie as my outro. I still do that today. It is a tradition that I can't seem to abandon because using any other song feels so weird to me.
CJPurplePrincess. I am right now 11 years old. My birthday is on July 6th, and I really hope you enjoy my YouTube channel. I'm trying real hard,
Oh,
and subscribe if you want to see more videos of me. Well, not right now because this is just my first video.
she makes a completely good point. That's right. This was technically the only video on my channel. Oh god.
And I'll be vlogging very soon. Chat, CJ, signing off. You are the chosen one. Me?
I used to absolutely die laughing at that. So, what happened in the blooper, because I chose not to explain it, my sister came in to tell me that, and this is going to sound really, really dated, that my cousin was calling us on Wii U chat. That was the last time we ever used Wii U chat. My cousin and I used it all the time, and that was why she came in. And that just shows how old this series is, because Wii U chat was still a thing in my life and in general, which is so, so, so crazy to think about. Yeah, my baby CJ. Alright. No, that's not what I wanted to look for. Alright, so that was basically my absolute new passion of mine, was Claire's Neighborhood. And as we all know, I uploaded a total of 5 episodes. My first episode, New House, I think it was called, was my most popular video for 2 years straight. It had over 100 views, and I was so proud of it. I was also especially proud of it because it actually has 1 dislike, and an old, currently gone hate comment of mine, my baby's first hate comment, which said, in horrible spelling, "I hate you, you're DAM stupid." Thank you, I guess. People used to make fun of me in school for having a YouTube channel, but it merely made me upset, but I wasn't discouraged. My self-esteem wasn't low at that time. It was, damaged, but still good. So I was working on that a lot of the time. See, I have, oh my god, right next to me is a journal that I still use from Minecraft Complete, but the first few pages are my Claire's Neighborhood plans. I don't want to show to you right now because my room's an absolute mess, but I'm looking at it right now, and it's like, Green Valley. There's 12 houses and 8 neighbors. I've coded everybody's houses. I've, you know, put a timeline on everybody's friendship level. And, actually, I probably should have put this in, hold on, I want to go to my videos. Hold on. I want to go to my first episode and tell you what each of the characters were supposed to be in my, timeline. Here it is, New House, Claire's Neighborhood.
Oh.
Good lord. Alright, so we start off strong with
I just moved into it.
beautiful Emma. She was supposed to be, my sidekick the whole time. My absolute best friend. Level sort of that. Emma was named after nobody, which is very rare for me, actually, especially back then. So then we move on to Green Valley, I move in, yada yada. All right, first neighbor.
Living room, but I still need to keep working on this bedroom here. Oh, excuse me, sir.
Zachary, which is just Zane from My Street. This is a complete rip-off of My Street by Aphmau, by the way, which is, I apologize on behalf of the Aphmau community that I used to be in for that. But, now I can technically say that I'm better than Aphmau. Sorry. So, Zachary is supposed to be my enemy, and then we were supposed to, start getting along each other and then be my boyfriend.
And the rightful owner of this town.
Rightful owner of this town. That's what Zane said.
If anything is wrong, come to me. Nice to meet you, Zachary. I'm CJPurplePrincess. Forget it. I like living alone, so don't even think about visiting my place. I mean, I guess I'm friends, right? Deal?
No deal.
No deal. We'll be enemies. If you excuse me, I've got some things to arrange.
Okay, that was completely unintentional, and I was really excited that he walked away when I said, "If you'll excuse me." But anyway, because when I was watching My Street, and you won't get what in the world I'm saying, David, but I used to ship Zane and Aphmau together so aggressively. I really wanted them to be together, but instead she went with Aaron because, of course, he's voiced by her real life husband, and I was really upset about that. So I kind of wanted to apply that to my series. I can't even remember how it was supposed to carry out, and also the sheep shows up a lot. And after I did this episode, I planned for many episodes later for a sheep to become my secondary sidekick and save me from something. But, of course, it didn't come to be. What do you mean, who? I'm talking about Aphmau's My Street series that this ripped off. Zane and Aphmau. Right, then... Oh, yeah, my weird diary thing. Okay, Fred, which is... It's listed as suspicious, and then sad. Jesus Christ, what does that mean? I can only assume that, You're right. I've always been destined to have a sheep be my sidekick. See, there's just sheep right here. There was a lot of sheep in this world for some reason. But, Fred had, a crush on me, obviously, and was uncomfortably forward about it. No thanks, I'm busy. Bye, oh my god.
Bye, baby.
Bye, baby. Oh god, that's so ew. But then I was supposed to reject him because I got a new boyfriend, and then he was supposed to be sad for me forever. He was also supposed to almost die. So big thing there. Okay, Larry is lovely. Larry and Anne, I'll combine them as one. We're all just fine. We're okay. We're friends. And they know about my identity for being the princess of the Enderman, and they keep it a secret. And that's kind of what we reveal in episode 2. Oh my god, it says I'm live. And, very nice. They're, half horse, half man. One's purple, so that means they're automatically besties, but they don't have tails. Because I'm really good at character design. And that's why they had a cameo in my prologue for Interspecies. How did I do these NPCs? It was a mod, custom NPCs, and that includes the whole half horse, half man. How I gave one of them ponytails, the other one, chest, which is something I thought was relevant. Okay, Gary is the same thing as Fred, suspicious, and then sad. He is more forward and frankly inappropriate because, for some reason, as a kid, I was obsessed with creeps, but as a character in my work. My very early books that I've made in life were all about these creeps trying to go after a girl, and then a damsel in distress saving them. And Gary was this creep this time. God.
Muscle baby, wanna go out? Oh, beautiful. I'm Gary the Cool. I got some muscle baby. Wanna go out?
God. Freaking. That's how I thought creeps talk to girls. Fred's my buddy. He told me that I'm CJ. Want to have a greeting smooch? You're hitting on me. Do it again. So he's a masochist. We get it. Oh God. And also the purple mohawk is kind of like, now that I'm a film student, I could see like, oh, he makes purple his entire personality because of me. But really, I just made it purple because purple. Gary is violent. And then we have Jonah, who's a great friend the entire time. He's kind of boring. I didn't really write him, but he's British for some reason. And then we have, who's left? Marie. Marie's supposed to be like a pretty good friend of mine. Nice to meet you. She also has like a lot of beef with Zachary because, he got her fired and now controls her estate. So she's sweet. Oh, good God. My sister makes fun of this. My God.
Oh, shoot. Oh!
My sister.
Right. What? Wow.
So, my sister makes fun of this scene because it looks like I just had a gay awakening. That is just like what I thought. I was so desperate at the time for finding a best friend because I had best friend issues in 5th grade. And that's what I like imagined and conceptualized finding my best friend would look like. It would be like this wondrous feeling and you'd like know immediately. And she was supposed to be like my best friend and then my enemy and then my best friend again because storyline. But my sister is right when she says that I completely had a gay awakening at this. Because look, I gotta analyze this. I've taken Korean cinema now.
I hope this is the last video. Hope, hope, hope.
So you open the door, stand there. What?
What?
Zoom in. Well, not really.
Wow.
This sappy music plays. Sorry.
What's your name? Hello, I'm Tiana. Want to be friends? Gotta be this quick. Welcome to the Green Valley.
And she's like awkward to me, and I'm awkward to her.
Okay, bye. Yeah, friends. Bye. Wonder what shoes in her way.
Oh my God. And like the entire series, I'm so awkward around her because I want to be her. In my mind, it was like, I want to be her friend. But it kind of just looks like I have a crush on her. My sister is right. She's 100% right. I can't even I can't even like make fun of that because that's 100% what happened. And like God, it's funny to think about it now. Ziana will be my BFF. Yeah, right. I would ship them. I would ship Ziana and CJ, honestly. So, the rest is history, basically. So while I was, I'm gonna put this down now. While I was working on my series, I would do many little side quests, what I would say. One of them was gaming on servers. This was in the high, which is now down. And despite what the thumbnail says, my sister was not actually in this video. This is a part 2. She was in the first part, but because, this was pre-transition, I'm not going to show it. But this has me in its entirety. It's just 40 minutes of me playing Mineplex games. Mineplex is also down.
I did.
Sounds like Adrian from Miraculous Ladybug. You are not wrong. I was also watching that at the time. Won a few games, played several of them, not really interesting. This is a good video for me to listen to while I'm working because, it keeps my mind stable and it's so long. I didn't even put music in the background because I was just so bored with it. And, then for some reason, oh, no, Susie. No, Susie. No Susie allowed. For some reason in these videos specifically, there were a lot of they would always end with me going back to my house as if I left the house to go and play some Mineplex games and then came back home to continue my royal duties as Princess of the Enderman. That's a weird concept. I was just obsessed with my series. That's all I can say. And another thing that I was doing once... Oh, I forgot to read the description of this. Here is part 2, where I play alone in Mineplex, such as Snake, Draw My Thing, etc. Will I win those games? Want to see more? Leave the comments below. Music video. Oh no! Oh no, music videos. I forgot about music videos. I had two. I was such a teacher's pet. I was such a teacher's pet in the 6th grade. My teacher had a challenge where we would take a. What was it about? Length times height, out of sight, length times width, take your pick, height times width, something something, multiplying each by 2, good for me, good for you. I think it was like the volume of some. It was either the surface area or the volume. Calculating that, she had made lyrics and she gave them to us, and she challenged us to make a music video, and I did. And to be completely honest, that's in my archives somewhere. Yeah. So hypothetically, if I could get into my computer, which is locked, and in Portland, I could technically try and maybe find those videos and re-edit them again, which is, and the worst part is that I made them all with the photo booth fish background, so it looks really, really bad. And there was no like instrumentals behind it. It was just me singing. No, it was me, my voice making instrumentals. Oh my god, it was bad. I also used to make like I made like a area of a circle and area of a triangle video with a whiteboard. Those were my first videos for school, which is something that this channel has a history of too. That was the first indication of that. So, music video. That's the only part of that song that I remember, but it's like, this is for you. Multiply 2 with length times height, out of sight, length times width, take your pick, something, 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 multiplying each by 2, good for me, good for you. That's the only part of it that I can remember. There was like a verse and a chorus, and I think there was a bridge, and you know, it sucks. What can I say? I was 11 when I made it. It was also the time where my hair was purple with yellow bangs. Bad time in my life. And another thing that I was doing once, as I was about to say, was maps.
Great.
Good lord. So, oh good lord. Okay. This is my experience as a dad meant to be a mother, trying to find her daughter Jessica, find lots of secrets, and find her bunny buddies. Warning to all headphone users, this is a deafening video. I got crazy. Let me know. Thank you, David. If let me know if you want for me to do a Roblox series. Oh my god, this was when I just started playing Roblox too, like October 2016. Dyeing my hair soon, can't wait. Hello, I just want to keep typing. Thanks to Just Like Will for his appreciation in my first vlog, which of course, if you go to the link, it doesn't exist. That vlog was me in the park with my dad and my sister. Believe it or not, my dad still has the original clips on his phone. I've just yet to ask him to send them to me. He still has them. I thought they were lost to time for the longest time. And I want them back, obviously. So, that's the vlog that I was talking about. I'm wishing to do a FNAF series soon. FNAF is life, because that was my phase back in the day. And I never did. I've never done a. You have a grudge against Roblox, so do I. But I'm wishing to do a FNAF series soon. FNAF was probably my favorite game at the time. And I was super. If there was like a fan base that I was truly in and involved in, it would have been FNAF. And of course, I'm still sort of into it. Like, I don't keep up with a lot of the new stuff anymore. I still watch Markiplier whenever he uploads something related to FNAF. I still play the games. I still, look at the challenges and all the compilations. I don't listen to theories because I kind of gave up on them. Oh my god, I've been dying to play Security Breach. I've played all the way up to 6 and Ultra Custom Night. The other ones I just haven't been able to really play for many reasons. So yeah, that was a FNAF thing for me. And of course I was into horror, which is why I played this. And the worst part about this video is that this is actually take 2 of recording this video. Yeah. So this is a second version of this video. The first version, which I had edited and uploaded in the past, had face cam and my sister in the background to watch me. And I didn't like how I looked in the, and then afterwards I started, get bullied for my looks. So I started feeling insecure. So I wanted to restart this video and without face cam. So, I even reuse a lot of the jokes and I try my hardest to pretend like I'm playing it for the first time. But not only is this a take two, but I also used to obsessively watch Dan TDM's video when he played it. So, and can I remember when that video uploaded? Just a little brag, and that video was the reason why I'm playing this. So, yeah, it's kind of a disaster. You could tell how fake it is, especially when the jump scares show up. Hold on, I want to give a good example. There it is. You could tell I'm like trying my hardest to pretend like I'm scared. Like, I know what's gonna happen. I'm just stalling it.
I don't trust this door.
I don't trust this door, huh? I kind of just like put my hand over my mouth so that my mom wouldn't yell at me for screaming, but I wanted to scream because that's what you do when you're scared, is scream. But I was totally fine with screaming at the last part. Reused line, by the way.
We're gonna scream if there is a dead body in this.
Fake, 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 fake. This video is fake. This video is fake. Despite the positive comment from user DF9HP6BH2F, this video is fake. CJ exposed. So, aside from that, vlogs were a big deal to me. I already mentioned it a little bit earlier, and I also, I would vlog like little things, like there's like many canceled vlogs. Like I vlogged up Mount Tabor at one point, which is like the most boring vlog in the world. Beach vlogs that I've canceled and all that such. But one vlog series did stay, and that was my Christmas countdown of 2016. Yes, before the gaming Christmas countdown, I had a 2016 vlog series that was 4 episodes and New Year's Eve. So 5 episodes total. Those are not really, they're public, I guess. But CJPurplePrincess True Colors, is she really purple? Oh, God. Don't remind me about the bunny suit, too, because that was my costume. I haven't worn it since. Well, actually, that's not true. There's another video where I wore it, but still. So,
Greetings, fellow viewers.
first of all, terrible editing. Second of all, this is actually a re-upload because I deleted them and then, like, less than a year later, I re-uploaded them. Because my sister told me that I'm not allowed to show my face. That's why the original horror map video was deleted. She told me that I wasn't allowed to show my face until I hit 1 million subscribers, which is, of course, a lie. So a lot of videos were lost because of that. Many gameplay videos, many vlogs, all of that such. And, the last one, OMG, we made it. This is the final of the 6 videos I will revive. Wow, 6 edited and uploaded in one day. New record. Really? Jeez. Anyway, terrible editing overall. Half of it is just me talking. I sort of like expose where we are a lot. And my sister's in it. Yikes. But also, I didn't want to reveal my location because I said Mount Tabor a lot. So I kind of just replaced it with this absolutely monotone clip of me saying a mountain. And it's hilarious, and it's kind of like an inside joke among my family.
Well, I bet the upstairs I heard there was like a terrace.
Okay, that's not where it is. It's around here.
A mountain. Where are we gonna go next, Mom? Oh, sorry. A mountain.
A mountain.
We're gonna walk up it.
I hope you can hear that. A mountain. It's terrible. It's so terrible. So, then I sort of like disappear for a really, really long time. And while I was disappearing, I re-uploaded these videos, and a big thing that started was my second channel, which was called CJPurplePrincess Vlogs at the time. And then I did my New Year's vacation vlog, I Hate You, Liberty Mutual. I don't even know why there's ads in my video anyway. So, oh my god, I forgot put in the effort to put in subtitles. Oh, does it echo? I know why. I know why. I know why. Um, I know why.
And, well, guess what? I'm gonna be on.
Okay, I know you can hear that. At least I hope you can hear that. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. So, this is probably like this. No, I'm 100% starting beef with Liberty Mutual. I hate their commercials. I actively hate their commercials. So, this kind of started a new phase in, like, we have the old CJ Purple Princess, little mini vlogger, but Minecraft YouTuber as well. This kind of like started a new one where I'm a Minecraft YouTuber who vlogs on the side. These extravagant series. And of course, the first one was my New Year's vacation vlog where I went to Indiana for New Year's. And, of course, this is unlisted now because it has all of my old vlogs are currently unlisted because I wasn't very careful with children on the internet. And of course, my cousin was 6 at the time, so she was absolutely being out there on the internet and completely unprotected. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So now they're unlisted because, of course, these vlogs are really special. Just, I want to protect, the children in my life because I was a child once. And so this is kind of where it begins. Horrible editing. Also, this hair of mine lasted a very, very long time, like probably years, which is amazing. Welcome to the first video and vlog series on my brand new channel, CJPurplePrincess Vlogs. I videotape cool adventures in my life and record things such as updates on the main channel, oh my god, updates, and my own life. For my first video, I surprised my family on a trip to Indiana, the home I moved away from almost 3 years ago, now 10 years ago. This is the video of my arrival at my destination. Extra vlogs are at my main channel, go check it out. So, it's kind of just we're like in, we go to the hotel. It's like little things. Susie's in this. Yikes. Giddy, friendly morning piano music starts. My god, these subtitles are horrible.
Now, Mama is doing this correct.
You got a strike from a privated video? I didn't know that, but this is technically mine, so I'm giving you permission to actually see it. The worst part about this video is that it ends on a cliffhanger. Tune in the next video to see the best reaction. So, I uploaded that series. That was pretty good. Pretty content. And then at this point, it had been almost a year since actually, one more thing. Baking introductions.
This video was brought to you by Food Hero and my class, 168. Represent 168, 1215.
Yeah. So, this is another video for school, which I wanted to make into a new series where I bake. It's horrible. I make a fruit salad which tasted horrendous. And but I didn't want to show it because this was kind of when I was starting to like turn everything into a film, even though I so badly wanted to be a teacher at the time. See how that turned out. And this was kind of like just this random side quest that I wanted to I was like, my teacher's so gonna love this. What did you use for the pose screenshots anyway? What do you mean? Like the Minecraft ones, I used a Nova skin, of course. There's wallpapers, and I sort of just, I put my skin on them and then I edit them out. I still use this to this day. Like, the one on the front of this one is, where is it? It's like it has a dragon in it. It's this one. And I kind of just cut it out. I changed some colors to fix it, and I put it on this thumbnail. That's what I've been using this entire channel thing. I'm actually going to move this here. So this is just around. There's 2 episodes of this. They're all terrible, and then I disappear for like a year, and I come back with probably the best gaming video of mine. My teammate died. Bed wars. First of all, face cam with a freshly made bed. Horrible. I loved this headset, but it was terrible. And 25 minutes. It kind of started like this ultra long video phase, and the jokes are stupid to say the least. But I'm so excited to announce that this channel's first birthday was on the 12th of July. I'm happy about that. So what's the I'm happy about that. So what's the perfect, I think it's supposed to say, way to celebrate with a game of Bed Wars with my new friends Roy1408 and Katak08. Sorry for the lack of uploads. You'll learn something new about me. Unproductive. No, it's just, the truth was this was when my depression started. So that's kind of like when that whole thing started, and, just things like that. And by the way, this is, oh God.
Oh no!
My edits are so bad.
Oh dear. Uh-oh. I see him! No! Oh no!
That used to be so funny to me. That is not funny anymore, but it used to be. God, I was the funniest person to me. I really was. And, I still have the entire raw footage, so most of this was cut off, including an entire game. If I could technically re-edit it, but of course I don't have it with me right now. So, this video is something I like to go back to. It gets a little boring quite of the way through, but it's good. It's all good. It's a really nice video. That's kind of what I was into, basically. And then comes the final video of Claire's neighborhood.
Okay. Done.
My baby voice is completely gone. It's starting to mature. At this point, how old am I? I'm 13. I'm completely 13 now. Bad news, there will be no role plays. I will talk about that in another video, but Minecraft will be deleted and revised, but no mods. I have no idea what that means. I will cause confusion if I change the world into vanilla Minecraft items and blocks. So all I will do forever now is gaming. When I get my own laptop and computer, roleplays will return. That's a lie. Sorry about the announcement, and enjoy the last roleplay for a long time. It technically was a long time. How long would it have been? January of 2023, and this is July of 2018. So that would have been at least 4 years. So that's insane. This is my other channel where I post vlogs. I'm currently working on 10 videos for that channel. So, frustration. I kind of, you can see how I've improved slightly. Like weird storylines, like some ideas. I'm starting to build things and progress the lore a little bit. And, then I leave the episode on a cliffhanger. Like, I'm supposed to get like a phone call, and then you hear an ambulance. At the end, that was supposed to be Fred getting hurt by something. So, almost died. And, Claire's neighborhood ended. That was the end of my big phase of CJ roleplays. What was now new was my vlogging phase, which lasted for an embarrassingly long time. We have my 13th birthday trip, which is also unlisted because my sister is in it. And, it's just, it was 9 episodes long. My 13th birthday trip, we went to Los Angeles. We went by train. That was the first 2 episodes. Then we, did like this touristy exploration of Los Angeles and Hollywood, which I'm actually going really soon. Then I go to Disneyland for 2 days, Universal Studios for 2 days, then I stay in the Queen Mary. This episode is quite a test of its time because of how I edit it, really weird videos.
Guys, this is huge.
Horrible editing. And then, like, the thing that really takes the cake for me is how I'm horrible at setting the mood. Like, this is legitimately how I transition into the next part of the video.
We're actually leaving again to go to a cemetery.
always find that funny. Because I'm like joyfully announcing that I'm going to a cemetery, and then jazz music plays. That always absolutely rolls me. And, you know, I actually really love this hair color, by the way. It was purple, blue, and green. I love this hair color. Definitely my best. This was also the last video, second to last, I guess, with my hair, like, long. This was before I got my pixie cut that I'm very well known for, actually. I was very stylish. You know, I was in the I was just about to start the 8th grade. Finally, the awesome part of the trip started. Sorry for not uploading for a week. My dad's birthday and my sister had the computer too. We do multiple things today. We walk along stars, mourn the Ramones, and lose our voices cheering for baseball. Dear Anna, I didn't know you hated the Dodgers. Anna was my friend at the time. And then I kind of like the thing, just in case people were actually catching up to my series. The reason why it has 72 views was because I used to obsessively listen to this while I was working. It did not actually go that famous, actually. No, I wasn't. I don't even know how I could. I didn't even know anybody in LA at the time, so I don't know how that would be relevant. So, you know, then I would do like smaller vlogs on my main channel. This is unlisted because my sister's in this video.
Oh, here it is.
But this is the video where we get Ace for the first time, which everybody knows Ace at this point. Ace is my dog. He's 7 years old now, and this is the video where we got him. I love this.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he actually did, you know, pee because he was so excited.
He loves you already, PJ. Oh, hello.
Hi there, sweetie. Oh, you guys.
Yep, that was the introduction of my baby. He is so young in this. He just turned, it was the 25th of, so he was just 4 months old. No, 5 months old. He just turned 5 months old. So, like, you can see his hair is very, very short, and his paws are still kind of big, and he's kind of, you know, hyperactive. Of course, we now know that Ace prefers to sit in the back seat with me because he gets super car sick. And, you know, this was just him in his puppy days.
Oh, that was the cute. That's the most cutest face I've ever seen. Did you see that?
Then I kind of just, you know, he was like my absolute obsession. You know, I got his first walk, which my sister did. And I also this is so much. So by the way, thank you so much for 20 subscribers. 20 subscribers. 20 subscribers in 3 years. Now, in 3 years, I've gained about 40. So I've doubled the amount of subscribers that I receive now. I actually got a new subscriber recently. I'm at 84 right now, which is insane. In this video, we decided to have a dog in our household to make things a bit more interesting. We drove 3 miles across plateaus, mountains, and deserts to get there. You know, baby AC. I miss him to death already, even though I saw him very, very recently. So, then comes the longest and probably most humiliating phase was my for school videos. I have an entire playlist. It used to be the longest playlist on my channel, videos for school. This was my very first one. In the eighth grade was pretty much the year that phase kind of boomed, and this was the first one of them. Hi, fellow Avid class. First of all, new editing software. I used something. It was bad. And this was for my Avid class, and it was for the note-taking process. This actually was so well received that my teacher would like show it around to other Avid, you know, co-teachers and use it as an example, even though I sort of make fun of her. Process, let's go to school.
Good morning, class. I am Mrs. Kimbler from the future. I just came back from vacation and blah, blah, blah.
But here's the thing, I can start actually giving credit to my videos at this point because I somehow managed to make this whole thing by myself. First of all, it's scripted. Frustration, the video I showed you earlier, was the first scripted video. This one was also scripted, and how I made this video was that I had two phones, my phone and my mom's phone. I made accounts, there were accounts already there, gave us skins, and I would sort of alternate between the phones and change my voice depending on who the character was, and it actually kind of looks pretty good. Let me show
Please
you.
get started. I'm gonna go and eat.
Psst. Hey, just a slingshot.
What is it?
I didn't study for the test.
I didn't either. Do you think we should try and study? But it's test. We aren't supposed to study now. Oh, come on. You know the teacher does nothing but eat and sleep. We could go study whatever we want.
You're right. Well, yeah. Let's just find a place to study out in the field, and we could. Yeah, you get the point now. Oh, I'm really proud of that. Actually, I was really proud of that, and it's I'm slightly proud of it. It's very, very dated because it's cringe and stuff. But I kind of like it. And then comes Nice Productions, which was my YouTube channel for quite a bit. Nice Productions stands for Nathan, Ingrid, Claire, ID Productions, which were the names of all of the individuals involved, including Nate. There was Nathaniel and the Nathan, but Nathan, Nate, whichever you would say. Those are all the people that were involved in my gifted and talented literature class, who we would read like a short story. And for example, this one was superstitions, and then we would make a skit out of it, and that's kind of how my long and beautiful friendship with Ingrid started, was making these videos with her. And this is the second episode, which is kind of like important in my channel history because it overtook my new house, the first episode of Claire's Neighborhood, as the most popular video on my channel. And it was that for a really long time. It was like that for 3 years. So this is Ingrid and I aren't friends anymore, and that's completely my fault. I completely take the blame for that. But these videos are so bad, and I'm not going to show you it, but you can see already, it's quite obnoxious, and obviously this was written by Nathan.
Mom's friends from work.
But I obviously tried really hard to edit. We didn't film anything together. We would make a script, record our lines, and they would send them to me for editing. You can see the Gaming Chris's countdown on there, by the way, and this is my pixie cut. So it kind of looks like this.
Where is my mother?
Pay no attention to it.
That's Grace, by the way. That was her sister.
Get the police.
Work.
The door. Clara Straightworth, it's you.
Of course it's me.
Who's that?
So we would also take characters from previous books we've read and combine them together. That's why it says small crossover. That was the whole thing, big deal about this episode. And by the way, I still walk by this part of the park to this day, and I still think about that's where I filmed this. But my sister didn't really like making these videos with me, so I don't have very good memories with them. But another thing that I want to point out is that... Can I see it? Okay, so I was really... So you can see there's a word, the fake mustache, don't even remind me. So another thing I want to bring up about these videos and how special they are to me was that my very first presentation in this class, I accidentally left the word font on all of the slides, and they made fun of me for it. So I kept doing that for all of my videos and my presentations, and this is it right now. I would challenge them to look for it, and then I would show them at the end when I was done. Did you find it? And I miss this. These were good times. I mean, I didn't have fun editing them. I'm sorry, I didn't have fun making them with Susie. She didn't like it, and I gotta give her credit for that. But yeah, these were good times for me. I really had fun with Ingrid making them, and I'll miss, our bond in that for the rest of my life. And of course, making these videos is the main motivator of why I am a filmmaker today. But I want to give a lore drop about Nathan Melanix, who's this chap right here. Nathan Melanix is the start of my dreaded Nate curse, where nobody I have met who's named his Nate has been a good person. Nathan here is my ex-cyber stalker. He was, to make a long story short, he forced a lesbian into dating him, and then, he kept getting rejected from everybody because obviously he was a terrible person. He would say stuff like, why would a girl want to be with a girl instead of me? And, just be an absolute incel. Then he confessed his love to Ingrid. He confessed his love to me, and then I told him my deep and darkest secrets, and then he told them to other people, and then I tried to get him out of my life, but he kept contacting me, and he had my home address, which scared me at the time. And this was sophomore year of high school, by the way. And I was just terrified of wondering if he was going to contact me by any means other than online. And I haven't heard of him since December of 2022, which is a relief. But the worst part about this is that if you search up CJPurplePrincess, not my skin, one of the things that pops up is CJPurplePrincess on Scratch. And of course that's my account, but there's also studios I'm following, and this also kind of showed up. This is a project that Nathan made to, he was famous on Scratch before he was IP banned because, he did it on his school computer and we weren't allowed to. So, this is the reason why I got a boost of 20 subscribers in 2 days, and it's the biggest subscriber gain that I've ever had, and I hate it because it's because of him. I subbed. Okay, give me a second. 44 subscribers. I feel bad. Tagging me. Okay, I will try to. All of that stuff. Sure, is she on Scratch? And, just regular things. I did too. Wait, are you CJPurplePrincess? Princess? And, yeah, just, it hurts looking at that. I do not like him. I do not want to contact him. And good riddance to Nathan. And the other Nate that I worked with, who I used to have a really big crush on because he was kind of good looking, kind of became creepy afterwards, so I don't like him anymore. Then there's many other Nates and Nathans that I've met, except for my dad, of course, whose middle name is Nathan, that have been just horrible people, so I don't trust people named Nate. And I've never been wrong yet. So take that as an advice, my fellow guy likers. Don't date Nates. Alright. That's my PSA for the day. So, while I was doing these videos of school, I started the best, worst project of mine, and that is the dreaded and horrendous Gaming Christmas Countdown, and that name gives me shivers. I have never had a good experience with this series, 110%. This is the last episode of this first season, which I actually kind of want to watch, because not only is it not too long, but also it kind of summarizes the entire series. And plus, we have we're actually just over an hour, and we still have not, we're kind of making really good progress, so I kind of want to stop and talking, and yeah, fellow guy daters, that's a lot of people, and so I'm gonna watch this, and I'll pause sometimes to give you a little bit of context and stuff, but first of all, the time has ended, no more rhymes, I'm tired. People don't notice this, but every single Gaming Christmas Countdown that I've made has a rhyme in it. The description has 4 lines and it rhymes. From this one all the way up to my most recent one that got it canceled indefinitely, there were always something that rhymes. And of course, except this one. So the Gaming Christmas Countdown was notorious in history for being my longest running series. especially since I would upload on a semi-regular basis. The first 2 years were a little bit wacky, and this is kind of what happened, I guess.
Greetings, fellow
First of all, camera
This is
intro, which I
CJPurplePrincess,
never would
and
do today.
I have a few things to say before we start.
Oh.
This is CJPurplePrincess, and today I have a few.
Okay, ring lore number 2. David wasn't here for ring lore number 1, but this is my mother's junior high graduation ring, and I decided to wear it for the entirety of 8th grade. I did not take it off. Yes, it was green when I took it off, and I was going to do that for high school, but I forgot. What can I say?
Few things to say before we start. 1. Got a Surface Go this year.
Oh no.
See, it's a Surface.
This dreaded Surface Go, that may be the birthplace of Minecraft Complete, but it also sucked. It was basically a tablet.
Go, so it's really, really small, but I think I'll handle it. I'm trying to download Minecraft, but I'm having problems with it right now due to like restrictions that I don't really know how to solve. But if there's one thing I do have, and that's Roblox, so I can play Roblox. Oh yeah, I also got this sweet mirror from my grandma. I'm gonna try to open this with one hand. Gosh. So I had the mirror. There's 3 times,
Oh
2
no, that phone case that I chewed up.
times,
Ugh.
something over here, and just by the touch of a button.
That's supposed to be like a unicorn milkshake. And that circle there used to be like a plastic sphere with glitter inside of it. Again, I chewed it off.
A lot of LED lights go on. Anyway, we're at the last Christmas countdown.
Alright, so this board I am still very proud of because, you know, I went to Joann's, I got the fabric, I got the hot glue gun, I got the glitter, yeah, I know, I got the glitter, and I went to work on this thing. I spent the entire day making this absolutely beautiful advent calendar, which I still have. You know, those words on the bottom took the longest, but you know, I'm still very proud of this. I was very creative and really, you know, very happy that this existed.
Gosh, that's a lot. All right, this is the big moment. Here we go.
I know, Joann Fabrics. I miss Joann so much. Joann's made my prom dress, it decorated my graduation cap, and it made this advent calendar. Rest in peace to it.
All right, so nope. Wait a minute. There's multiple.
So, the truth is, I truly did not know what were in those slips. What I would do before each season was I would, of course, it's kind of different the final season, but before, you know, I started collaborating with, you know, my friends, I would go up to mom and, you know, I would give her a list of things that I wanted to do for, like, options. Like, you know, I had The Sims, I had Mario Galaxy, all those are horrible videos. I had Minecraft, of course, and various, there's probably Roblox in there too. I can't even remember. But, and then she would take those, organize them, and place them either in a specific order or a random order on the advent calendar. So I truly didn't know what I was going to do for each day, but I also knew that, but I also kind of like had an idea of what to expect. So that's kind of how this series worked. My mom made the randomization, but I planned it out. So, yeah.
Okay, guys, so I laid out the 2 of them over here. We've got play brand new games and best of highlights.
Fast.
That means with this video, there's going to be a whole collection of highlights, and I'm also going to play some new games that we got. We actually got a lot. We got 3. They're all for the Nintendo Switch, which is kind of bad news since we can't record the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to start with the best of highlights since that seems pretty...
best! Oh my god! Like, use your head!
easy.
Oh my god, the snap. Highlights, here we go.
So, hi guys, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Mindlessly just flying around looking for somewhere to build.
Oh my god, the daydream music. I actually have lyrics for that. I took that daydream thing from, yeah, that's true, you can record on the Switch now. But at the time I didn't know how to. But also, oh good God, the daydream thing I would put, you might notice this, but I place it in a lot of my videos because I used to have lyrics for it, and I like to like combine the clips into two, because there was like a first verse and a second verse, and that was it. I'm not gonna sing it to you now because I want to watch this video, but yeah, if you hear that noise a lot, that's why.
Really bad idea.
Oh my God, Roblox Titanic.
Wait for me! No. You look like you're going to a
Ugh,
job
The Sims,
interview.
so many canceled
And my mom.
videos of The Sims.
Who isn't here yet?
There you go.
Hi, I have terrible news. I'm gonna name you Dominique.
Aw,
Because I think
Dominique.
it's a pretty cool name for someone like you.
Yay, we can go! My goodness.
Yes.
Oh my God, Mario Galaxy 2.
You reached over the high score.
Oh my God, the Olympic Games.
Oh no. Did they let's take a bath right in front of Dasher?
Just nickname her Sewing Girl.
But still bright enough to keep us away.
There's a zombie.
And the Grinch went
Oh
on to
God,
apologize.
not the Grinch thing. Oh, not the Grinch, not the Grinch thing. Oh no. So part of the Gaming Christmas Countdown 2018 was to build Whoville with my sister and my mom. And after we were done, I came up with this wild idea with my sister. Again, I made movies out of everything. Was to recreate the 60s cartoon in Minecraft. And it was horrible. I spent all night making it. And you know, I've got to give myself credit. I made it in one night, but my God, it's horrible. But I was so proud of it at the time. I thought it was like my best work. Mind you, I was doing this and schoolwork and nice productions.
She's gone into labor. OMG, OMG, the baby's being born, the baby's being born. And I also made
My
two
final
friends,
video
one of
face
them
cam, by the way.
Snowball, and one of them Sam.
Sam! Oh no, Sam! I named that bunny Sam because I found it so funny how I didn't know anybody in the world named Sam. But it was the first guy name that popped up in my head. So I was like, I want to know a Sam. And you know, I want to know a Sam, so I'm going to name this bunny Sam. I got off of work a couple of hours ago, and what do you know? I work with a Sam. As a matter of fact, Sam Lore, okay, he's not watching this. He doesn't know my channel, even though I've told him about it. But, this Sam is everywhere. I kid you not, he's everywhere. First of all, he works with me. Complete coincidence. He applied to Wendy's, and now he works at the same Wendy's as me. When I did the, oh goodness, I just realized I'm announcing this onto the internet for the first time. When I did a film thing, a very cool film thing that I can't talk about, he was there. Also a coincidence. I did a counseling job last summer. He was there. He's in many of my classes, and the tip of the iceberg, he's probably going to go to LA with me. Like, he's going to be in the same group. He is in every single one of my jobs. I kid you not. It's an insane coincidence at this point. I kind of just expect him to be there. And of course I worked with him today. He's wonderful. But I just find it really funny how, you know, now I was like, you know, I should know a Sam, and now I really know a Sam. He's cool. He's cool. We're good. And we've made films together as well.
Oh my God! Oh!
It's fine,
no.
Claire.
Alright.
Oh my
guys,
God.
So I have a completed roller coaster.
Le-
It is now.
Did I just say lev roller coaster? I said le roller coaster. I said le roller coaster. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Ew, 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 ew. I so badly wanted to be the quirky girl. Ew.
Open for
Shut up, David.
I can't believe this! Yay! We won! We won! We won! Yay! Yes!
Oh, this is cute, actually.
Second try!
Piece of cake!
No, it wasn't. It was hard.
Okay. The winner
Oh no.
of the 2018 Claire.
Wait. Dead name. Sorry, I have to skip it.
Who lived just north of Whoville did not.
Oh my god. And then I decided to go dramatic in this part.
The construction wasn't finished on time.
I was really
I'm very
upset because I wasn't able to finish the workshop in this episode.
They didn't come
And I wanted to really highlight that failure of mine by being
outside my
dramatic.
door,
Because I'm always dramatic.
and I saw a present. I
And
looked
also make
inside
lore.
and found a book and quill. And I decided
Videos are too quiet. I know they're quiet. They're quite quiet videos. I'll turn it up a little bit. Just like hope that this helps in something.
to read it.
Dear CJPP,
Okay, that doesn't even help.
we did not try
It's meant at first. I thought it was kind of an apology. But then I realized I was given yet a second chance.
Ugh. A second chance. Oh my god. That's the title of the video. A second chance.
Then I thought, if I come back next year, I can finish my book. I can
Spoiler alert, I didn't finish it for 4 seasons. You know me, dramatic.
more passage.
The original diary.
But I was given the letter of relief from the second chance in the book.
I
as
wanted to skip that.
Continue it next year. I just put it in my chest, from which I took outside. Said goodbye
Also,
to all my pets.
also improv.
Opened the door. Looked away. Started to walk. Sometimes I looked back. The thing I created.
By the way, no sheep
all
were
my hard
harmed in the
work.
making of this series.
It's gonna continue next year.
No, it
And as I
no.
slid across the ice,
Shut up.
I made my way right back
Right back.
to the world in which I belonged in. To the weird world.
Shut.
And a quiet thank you.
Ew.
I
See,
decided to continue it soon.
see, why do I
I will see you guys next year.
why do I always do this? No! Oh my god, I forgot about this. This is so bad. Oh my god, like digitally drawn. Like and comment last video and then my channel in horrible cursive. I overused like the blend feature to make everything look like it was glowing. Oh my god, this is horrible. I kid you not, I completely forgot I made this. And you know what? I also forgot to show you my previous one. I had a first one, I know. It was probably in this video.
Great.
What's the green character? Me, vlogging. Okay, this was my original piece of paper, cropped, picture taken on the floor, me, Zachary, Susie, and then Anne and Fred on the right, Emma's head. Thanks for watching CJPurplePrincess, and then check out my other video. And you know what? What's cool about this thing is that this practice of mine is the reason why I'll have a lot of my old videos that I've deleted were saved. Because I would keep the completely edited video and take a random clip of it and place it here. So the entire video was saved in the medias file for that project. So that entire video was saved. And I would never delete my media projects, despite the fact that, I would remove them from my library. I never deleted them. So that's how a lot of my videos were saved. Of course, until I'll tell you later. So, Gaming Chris's Countdown, that sucks. And then, I kind of go into a secondary phase. I decide to animate my new intro, and this kind of kickstarts the awkward CJ phase where I don't know what I'm doing because the Gaming Christmas Countdown is done and I am not doing roleplays anymore. I sort of just get lost and I don't know what to do. But intro. First of all, Spectre. God-awful visuals that make you sick. The funny thing is that the reason why I stopped using this was because I actually got headaches editing sometimes because of this stupid intro. Hi guys, I made it better due to my... Oh yeah, there was another version of it. Due to my opinions as well as others, and I'll be using this one. Differences are camera angles and quality. Claire. This music is not mine. This is Spectre NCS version by Alan Walker. Spectre was in every YouTube video in 2015. So why not bring it back 4 years later when it's outdated and hated by everybody? Okay, so then we move on to like a random video that I did, which kind of like really shows how random this entire phase was. This is my only and now privated reaction video to a friend of mine. His name was Jay. He was a big fan of Nice Productions YouTube channel when he started YouTubing. And he used to do Roblox mainly.
I don't know what the J part is.
First of all, copyright problems. Second of all, sorry about the watermark and lousy editing. I downloaded a new editing software. I'm also aware of the terrible thumbnail. Finally, a video. Jay, if you're reading this, you're welcome. New series, I react to videos. Jay and I are not friends because he is homophobic and a racist. So that's fun. But he did a reaction video to this video, which was weird, and I thought it was really funny. But all of his videos are completely... Sometimes, though, he comes back to this stream because I can't exactly block him on YouTube. So he still, like, subscribes to me. And I remember streaming once about a year ago, and he was in it. But by then, I already really disliked him, and I wasn't friends with him anymore. But, so this is kind of awkward. Also, this is the only video from his channel that exists now because he deleted it. But also because I don't like to see it on my channel because it was a bad time. And yeah, I know, a reaction to the reaction. It was just horrible. And then also, because of him, at this point, Jay was my right now job monk, YouTube friend, which was very hard to come by. He was my very first YouTube friend aside from my sister, of course. So I started to, make Roblox videos, of course. And this actually kind of was successful, which was surprising. It was probably it wasn't as successful as Nice Productions, but it was successful enough for me to want to continue it. Well, for it's kind of a bad game, but I loved it back then for some reason. And, the big killer for this is my thanks for watching thing. First of all, I abandoned that other conclusion thing, thank goodness. But the bad thing about this outro is that I used somebody's music from school without their explicit permission. And I will regret that to this day. I gave them credit in the description, but I did not actually go up to Brandon, ask him if I could use them in my videos. I loved the song, by the way. It won a music competition at my school. But I never actually went up to him and asked him to use it. I just took it because I loved it so much and I made it my outro. I regret that. I will never do it again. So, thank you for the good song. I'm sorry for using it without your permission. So at this point, my channel is just a mess. And then, of course, the pandemic happened. So, at this point, I wanted to go back to my, roots and make Claire Jennings as skits and series in person. Again, she wants to be a doctor, but she likes filmmaking. God, who knows what's gonna happen to that. So I made this trailer, which I'm gonna, oh god, not this intro, I'm gonna skip it, called Emptiness of the Mind, which I made in one day. And I did actually start writing the entire series for this, but I haven't recorded a single clip for this series. I've never written a script. I've, not even for school, I haven't done anything but like make the lore. And, you know, we're gonna watch it here, and I won't talk, we'll just enjoy it.
Why won't they let me out?
Spoiler alert, it never arrived. So there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, I kind of just went outside to the park in the school next door and recorded random nature shots, including the sky. This was in my mom's room. First of all, this used to be red hair. And the funniest part about this is that this clip was made 2 years ago. Like, I was at a picnic and I decided to do a live stream of, not a live stream, a time lapse of the sky. It's cut off, but you could see Ace's head in the bottom sometimes. And then it just cuts to this sky. It's so confusing. And of course, cringe line. And then this flashing here. I'm not even sure why that happened. So what the prompt was supposed to be is that, how do I explain this? Uh, how in the world do I explain this? A girl becomes separated from her mom and is placed into a secret governmental asylum completely on her own. The thing is, she has powers to control the weather in the sky. And that's why she's there, because she has powers and she was discovered. All of her, prison mates, I guess, have powers as well. So while she's in captivity, she uses her powers, and, you know, the guards get angry and are about to, torture her and stuff because I'm violent. But the media is going crazy, and the whole rapidly changing weather becomes sort of exploited as a tourist attraction. So they want to use her to continue this tourist attraction because, money, while she's still in captivity and nobody knows that this is a girl controlling the weather. So, in hindsight, this prompt is actually kind of interesting, but of course, it never was executed and it really wasn't well thought out. In the future, I might, recycle this prompt, but now probably not. Especially since I was super motivated to try and learn how to do visual effects on my own. I never got to that. I wish at that point I just wished wish I knew how to do things. I also was in a phase where I really wanted to know how to do makeup, like not like makeup but like monster makeup. But of course I can't do that. So emptiness of the mind never happened. And I remember streaming once, trying to write the lore down, but we never did anything. So that was kind of like a concept completely abandoned. This is the only thing, and of course the explanation video that is left of it. So then we move on to, going back to my, Minecraft YouTube video self, I guess, with the Gaming Christmas Countdown, which was my worst Gaming Christmas Countdown because half of the videos are canceled, and this final episode, which was the final skit for Christmas Carol, which I wanted to make up with because I was so proud of the Grinch one, July the 12th, my 4-year anniversary of CJPurplePrincess, I upload this final Gaming Christmas Countdown episode. Yikes. Big, big, big yikes. But somehow I did it. And what I'm going to do right now is, now that I'm going to do this with this and one other video, I'm going to watch this. And now that I'm a film student, I'm going to give my biggest critiques, and I'm going to give it my, I can give credits to, because as a matter of fact, I am actually fairly proud of this video for its time, of course, because of the effort that was put into it, and also the interesting editing skills that I had, also my dedication. So, intro aside, this sucks. We begin with a master shot. Good God. Good God. Okay. I thought that I could sing. First of all, I thought I was soprano, and I kind of thought I was a soprano for way too long, until about a few months ago. That's true, Christmas in July. So I sang every single song in this, and I thought I ate. I thought I was like the next Snow White. It sucks. The singing is bad, especially since I wasn't even taking any lessons at the time. Well, I was, but not nearly enough. So at least I was confident to sing for this video. Also, the songs were improvised as well. So how this happened was, I would record, but my sister or my mother would be, like, the character. And that's how there were always, like, more than one of them. But you will notice that there were never 3 characters in one shot. Fairly good sound, but, this is absolutely ripping off the Disney version, by the way. We were watching that as we were making this.
Hey, Cratchit! What do you think you're doing?
I was just putting coal in the fire.
You're not supposed to use coal right now. You already used your piece. Now, get back to work!
Exceptional sound editing, honestly. First of all, you can't even hear the fan that's going on behind me. But also, when I say I was putting coal in the fire, I actually said, like, Mr. by accident instead of ma'am, because it's supposed to be a girl. I was upset about that, and I didn't want to go back and re-record it, so I cut it out. And you can't even notice it. It's so good.
Use coal.
I was just putting coal in the fire.
You can't even notice it. I've got to give myself credit for that.
You're not supposed to use coal right now. You already used your piece. Now, get back to work.
And of course, we had this, like, we had, like, this thing that we would do where one of us would carry this item, the coal, and then on cue, my direction, we would swap our hot bars to make it look like we took or gave somebody something.
Coal right now. You already used your piece. Now, get back to work.
Of course, it was wonky. But, set design's a little lackluster, but, it's Minecraft. What can I say?
Hey, Mom?
Yes?
Tomorrow's Christmas, right?
I'm aware.
Okay, and, like, the people are, like, getting free days, right?
I don't believe in that. But what are you saying?
Acting's bad.
Can I have a free day?
That's a high price to pay now. I guess. But you better be here way earlier the very next day.
Voice crack.
Thank you so much.
Don't you dare come near me.
Okay.
Stay away.
I'm sorry.
Get back to work.
Awkward.
Yes, all this money. Got a couple new donations too. So much money!
See,
Happy
never,
Christmas,
there's
everyone.
3 characters
Oh,
technically.
good morning, Master Fred.
But there's never
Merry Christmas.
3 characters
And a Merry
in
Christmas
the
to you
same
too,
frame.
Bob Cratchit.
It's kind of clever.
Hello, Aunt Scrooge. Merry Christmas. Bah. Humbug. What? Christmas is a time to be...
Okay, so my biggest issue is that I change accents with Bob 30 times. And my favorite line is coming up because he goes from like British to kind of Australian and then Irish in like 2 lines. And it makes me laugh so hard because, you know, I can't do accents. But this kind of like shows you why I can't do accents.
Also, I got you this cake. Here you go. You know what I think? I think that anyone who celebrates Christmas deserves to be boiled in their own pudding.
Here it is.
Whoa, Mum. Christmas is a time for giving, to spend time with one's family and their loved ones, including yours.
Christmas is a time for giving. We used to say that in our family a lot, just because it was absurd. No, I wanted to go back and hear it again.
Whoa, Mum. Christmas is a time for giving, to spend time with one's family and their loved ones, including yours. I don't care. Take your stupid cake with you and go.
The same pass method that actually works in this shot.
I understand. Happy Christmas.
Cringe.
And a bah humbug to you.
That was way too long.
Ugh. Such a kind man. He ain't gonna make it in life, though. Oh, that Fred. Always so full of kindness.
And the singing comes back.
Merry Christmas, Miss Scrooge.
Actually kind of good. Never mind.
Humbug. It is getting late. I should probably get home, too.
Okay, then we kind of like... These shots last way too long. I'm gonna turn it down, actually.
Marley, it's 7 years today.
Good point, David. That is a continuity error. The cake is gone. That is a pretty bad continuity error that I didn't even notice. So, good job.
My old partner. You're such a good partner, too. Good riddance.
Kind of okay shot. You can tell that I looped some of my voice clips because I didn't have enough. Oh, I thought I hit it, but it's so strained now that I can hear it. Credits to my family for building this set too. It looks pretty good. Okay, this shot's actually pretty good in my opinion as well. The appearance of Marley.
Wait, huh?
I said like 3 full words.
Wait, what was that?
I didn't quite get the idea of cinematic rhythm yet. Shows up.
No.
Oh my god, her name is Emily Sneezes.
No. Get away from me, you ghost! Away!
Don't recognize me? I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
What? Oh my god. It really
Okay, now it's
is
really
you, Marley.
quiet for some reason.
It's me, Emily.
Remember when I was alive? I was by your side, and ruining everyone's lives.
But of course the ghost is too
Yes, I
loud.
do. You're amazing.
Well, I was wrong. So as punishment, I am forced to be a ghost for all eternity. And a couple of hours.
Joke. Funny.
Well, sorry.
Sorry.
And the same thing will happen to you, Emily Sneezes Scrooge.
Ripped off.
What? No. No, tell me how I can fix this, Jacob!
Tonight, you will be visited by 3 spirits, each summoned by the hours of 1, 2, and 3. Listen to them closely, and you won't end up like I did, once death arrives for you.
I love this line.
What? What if I don't want them to?
Just deal with it.
What if I don't want them to? Just do it. I love that so much, actually. And then it just goes farewell. And also, I did the clock noises as well. They're horrible.
Farewell, Emily Sneezes Scrooge.
Okay. The clock didn't even change. The clock didn't even change from the earlier shot, so this isn't really that big of a deal. You see? Same exact one. So then I just walk around for an obnoxiously long time. So I'm gonna skip that. Again, bad singing. Oh my god, this is bad. First of all, it's now 1 o'clock. It's so bad! I've gotta stop using the echo thing. My god.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What? Who are you?
Okay, my mom turned on the fan because it was July and she got upset if I turned it off. So now you can actually hear the fan in the background. And the bad thing is that I was super proud of my Avid Minecraft video about switching between 2 voices at once. I thought I could nail it the second time. I didn't.
What are you doing in my house? What's going on?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past, and I'm here to take you on a journey to your past.
What? Well, I was warned that this might happen. But where are you taking me?
Well, like I said, I would take you on a journey to your past Christmases, I mean, by giving you the gift of flight, which I grant to you now. Follow me, and we will begin our journey.
What?
First of all, it's lagging.
Whoa. 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 Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
The direction was pretend like you don't know how to fly.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Horrible flying scene.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you remember this place?
Huh? Why, yes. This is my old schoolhouse. This is where I learned everything I know now. I spent many Christmases here. Hello? No? Is anyone here?
Can't see.
The cinematography actually kind of gets
I see.
good.
I'll be.
Oh my god, that sound.
Why, that's me. As a child, looking at all of my studies. I've always loved that pen.
What?
Oh, working hard, I presume?
Yes,
Why didn't you go home to your family?
because I have nowhere else to go.
Got nowhere else to go? Oh, that's a good lot. You know, without your studies, you can't get a job, and without a job, you got no money, and without money, you can't have a home, and without a home, you can't live.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good girl. You're my favorite student.
Thank you.
Now, work till those eyes bleed. Merry
I want for you to
Christmas.
pay attention to this next shot. I actually really, really, really like that shot. First of all, he reappears, which, conceptually is what would happen. But also, he reappears as a witness, as sort of like a shocked being. And since he emerges from the character, it's as if Scrooge's entire spirit, is birthed out of this innocent character and becomes who he is today. It's like kind of like a butterfly effect thing. The result from this character's is, past emerging as this present character. I really like this shot. If I were to put my weird old videos in my demo reel that I have to make soon, I would put that shot because it's generally pretty good.
I don't remember a Christmas outside of this place. Well, look where I am now. I am filthy rich. I have a job. And I'm in the highest class. Well. Oh well. Where to now, Spirit? We're going to another Christmas from your past. Okay.
Still bad.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Do you remember this?
Oh.
Yes! Yes! This is Fezziwig's! My first job! Ah!
Oh. What? I'm still so upset about that. So while we were recording, I had an idea I still have it to this day, but of course it has Susie in it, so I can't show it. But I was like, hey, let's take a selfie while we're, making this. And while that selfie was being taken, Susie was pressing the wrong buttons, and she pressed delete world. And that world is lost, as is the rest of this project. It ended right there, which is just so heartbreaking to me because I was so proud of it and I worked so hard on it with, my family. We're still kind of upset about that. Well, I still am because it was like, I consider this to be, I considered this for a long time to be one of my best Minecraft videos. It's not anymore, of course, but, I was really proud of it and I'm still really upset that that's kind of why it took so long to finish, because I was just so upset about it. That goes with like a lot of my work, it being delayed for so long. And then that video kind of ended the confusion phase, because then one fateful July I decided to reconnect with an old friend of mine from 8th grade who I barely even remember, but we sort of bonded with the mutual interest. Oh my god, if she arrives now, this is going to be so funny. We bonded over our mutual interest in Minecraft YouTubing with weird and insane lore. And we kind of talked for a little bit while we were both still in the same school. I was graduating middle school and she was graduating high school. So we were in two different worlds, but we were in the National Honor Society together. So that's kind of how we knew each other. And we didn't talk for like a year after graduation. I didn't talk to her for the entirety of 9th grade, I would say. So in July, when I was feeling really, really lonely and pandemic and stuff, I decided to go back to one of her old videos and like comment on it. Like, because it was like this world record thing, and complimenting her on her immaculate redstone skill. And one thing led to another, and we exchanged emails, and we started emailing each other so very often about the randomest of things. We were starting to write essays that would take days to finish just for the sake of communication. And then, I challenged myself to watch her longest series, which was just about to end at that time. It was 100 episodes long, of a survival series. And, I was super inspired at the time. And I was like, it's so cool. And she was like, why are you watching my entire series? Half of it is boringness that was made in 2017. And I was like, but I just want to watch it so I can really get to know you. And her episodes were sometimes over an hour long, and I still watched that sucker. And I did manage to watch the entire series, and I was there for the finale, and I was really happy. So, thank you, Java Monk, for starting this new inspiration of mine. I was motivated and I wanted to start my own survival series. I finally, for the first time in years, had a direction to go in my YouTube channel, and I was, I was going to work my hardest this beginning of the 10th grade to get it started, and that was my current intro. That was the first thing I ever did. And we all know what it looks like, but I made an evolution video to show my progress and how I, animated it. And I'm still pretty proud of it. So, and it did actually take 11 hours to make, and that's why I'm scared to make another one. So, then I used this new intro for the very first episode of the fabled and infamous Minecraft Complete series advancement. Let me read the description. This is my first episode of a new survival series I am starting out, as the only Minecraft thing I've done are bad acting in multiplayer servers. Inspired by my good friend Java Monk and my favorite YouTuber LD Shadow Lady, I start up a world and experience a whole lot of lag. I mean, what do you expect? Dream smooth graphics? I wish. I hate Dream, by the way. But anyway, during this journey, I build a house, battle the lag, and meet my rare friend, Noah. Welcome to Minecraft Complete. This is in every single Minecraft Complete description, by the way. A CJPurplePrincess survival series that started on August 18th, 2020, recording. My main goal at the moment is to complete all of the advancements of Minecraft, hence the name series advancement. But other ideas, but not all of them. Once I finish that, is to explore all biomes of both the Nether and the Overworld, series Explore, be both the Ender Dragon and the Wither, and the Elder Guardian series boss. Both of those series are scrapped. Interacted with every single mob in existence, series Life, which I sort of like revamped into series Collector, and contain all of the available items in Survival Series Complete. That's also series Collector. This will take an extremely long... Yes, we did meet around the time... I would say, let me look at this playlist actually. We met at around this... In between this was when we met. Hold on, when was this uploaded? Yeah, just in between of that. I wasn't even uploading videos when we met. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to. Okay, so... it was in my crappy Surface Go. The whole video is horrible. It does not look good.
Since we got on Minecraft, like a year. The reason why I'm on Minecraft is because I feel like I've been doing too much tomorrow, and I want to be there for and my render distance.
But of course, we all know, the Minecraft Complete pretty well at this point. It lasted for the first episode lasted for 30 episodes. It became my new longest running series, and this is kind of like the first phase of Minecraft Complete. It lasted for 6 episodes. Terrible graphics, terrible timing, and also, I was, in addition to that, I was doing many other series that kind of like combined my past together. So I was still doing the Gaming Christmas Countdown, first of all. Yeah, I know, fabulous graphics. It's great. It was great. It was amazing. I do not miss that. But, I continued the Gaming Christmas Countdown. And back then, this 2020 series, well, actually, yeah, this 2020 series is the best because I successfully uploaded a video every single day on the correct date. I have no idea how I did that. I didn't have one canceled episode, and sometimes they were with Susie. I did that plus school. What in the world was wrong with me? I do not have that kind of work ethic anymore. So, and also, I kind of brought back some old traditions, this intro kind of thing that I used to do, the advent calendar, and this is also the episode where I basically show off the completion-ish of the interior of the workshop. Of course, this isn't the final workshop episode. I finished the workshop in my last season, which I'm really happy that I did, by the way. But
This has been the most perfect season ever.
see,
Everything
she
was
agrees
done
with
on
me.
time. Everything seemed perfect. It was at a reasonable time frame,
But
except
the funny thing is that this episode was uploaded on the 24th at 12:02 a.m. I remember that very clearly. I was 2 minutes late, and I regret that, but I count it as a win anyway. So, good times. I also went back to my roots now that I was back in the same school that Nice Productions happened, and continued to make school-related videos, such as B10.news, which is just bio.news. I made 3 of them. This was the first one, and they would take actual hours to make. This is supposed to be like playing a tape or something. I would get my costumes from Nice Productions, make characters where everybody's last name was after like an infamous school or something intelligent, like Harvard, of course.
My name is Dr. Opal Princess.
Princeton School, which I actually know somebody who's going to Princeton, which is amazing. And I would edit it as if it were, an interview. I'm actually kind of proud of this, especially with how long it took. This is supposed to be me, by the way. My third character, who was she? Who was my character's name? Brown, I think.
Miss Petunia Brown.
Petunia Brown. And, again, Ivy League school. Who's she?
Rios. Why?
Well, I want to know your name. Yale. Oh my god, I made the bad character, well, the anti-abortion character Yale, because my first enemy, who ruined my life, basically, wanted to go to Yale. So I automatically, have a sour taste in my mouth when I think about Yale and such. And then, of course, I put myself in it because one of the project requirements was to give off my own opinion, so that I had them interview me as this famous celebrity known for famous works such as Nice Productions and stuff. Yeah, this was basically something that I did a lot, and I even made my own lore on it because, again, I really wanted to be a doctor, but God forbid I was a creator. So yeah, that was a good time for me. And then I decided to reincarnate an old interest of mine, which was vlogging. I haven't said vlogging in a really long time, because after the 2018 13th birthday vlog, I stopped. I pretty much just stopped. There was one vlog at a con, but that was it. I reincarnated that vlogging interest of mine for my final vlog series of all time, Halloween in Indiana, which is unlisted for the same reason, because my cousins are in it and their children. And of course, this is also the only series where my sister is excluded from this, because at the time she didn't want to be on YouTube, she didn't want her face to be shown, and she didn't go on with me on this trip. And it kind of went into phases, COVID and stuff, booster vaccinations, packing. This is just kind of it. After that series, I've never vlogged again, and I don't intend to. But the problem with this new time of mine was that it was also the second worst depression episode that I ever have. Hence this
Introduction.
Oh my god, that's dramatic. Hence this video that I uploaded, which I don't usually upload, but I talked about, school-related issues and how I was falling behind due to my mental health, how I talked about how my hamster passed away and I was really upset about that. I just basically lost motivation, and this is also the time where I started getting extremely, extremely burnt out because of school. This is the time where I was second guessing my my passions as a pediatrician, and really thinking about my career choices as a filmmaker. This was where that initially started. So I was going through this whole career crisis, what would I say, mid-teen crisis, and I was mourning my hamster. I was stressed with technological issues, And school, of course. I was very behind in school, but not as bad as junior year. My goodness. Wait, this was junior year. Never mind. And, you know, I talked about the vlog a little bit. Aw, baby me. From when I lived in Indiana. That's cute. Oh, I love this picture. So, yeah, Salvador was my childhood dog. He's right there. It says, I'm quitting for a temporary time. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, kind of a bad time. And that lasted for about 6 months. It wasn't my longest break, obviously. But then I came back. And came my best era, I guess, of YouTube. When I was pumping out, like, a Minecraft complete video every other day. So it would be like 3 or 4 episodes per week. I have never been able, except for last summer, of course, to follow that same pathway, especially with consistency. And this video is very important because not only was it, of course, the first episode post-break, but it also was the first episode of anything in years since Superstitions, mind you, from 2018. This was made in 2022, I think.
We've got passion, we've got
I
determination.
hate ads. Yeah, to get over 100 views. And I was super happy about that. It was just like my comeback. And my comeback continued as I continued to pump out these videos all summer. And this video was my most popular video. It bumped down Superstitions with 200 views, at least 200. And it was just a really long eating for 22 video that was kind of pretty. I kind of like the editing for this, I'm not gonna lie. Really proud of this video. And you know, it was on my top for the very long time. Until this video. I am so upset at how successful this video was. 828 views. I uploaded this on a whim because the Minecraft. Okay, we're gonna have to watch this to like really get into the thing. Stop. So on Twitter, because I know none of y'all use Twitter except for me, the Mario Bros. Movie Twitter account posted this: "The throne awaits," and you know, immediately everybody thought of the same thing, which was the Sonic Underground intro. So we did as Twitter users did and started a thread quoting the lines, and 30 likes, by the way, quoting the lines and following it up. And this is what happened.
Triplets born, the throne awaits. A seer warns.
I don't know any of these people.
Give up your children, separate.
This is me.
Bide your time, lie in wait. Sonic Underground, Sonic Underground. They made a vow their mother will be
It's so
found.
goofy, dare I say.
Let children grow, learn what's right. Leaders of the freedom fight. They seek their mother, she knows they do. Is it time if she only knew? Will the prophecy come true? Sonic
It's just this.
Sonic Underground.
I didn't even make it exciting.
My children, but I have to wait. To act too soon could seal their fate.
They made a vow their mother will be found. Sonic Underground.
Bad word. But basically, somebody else did this. Yeah, this guy. And that got tens of thousands of views. But I was inspired and decided to do one myself, and you know, I posted it on the thread, and that's why it got this many views. Because everybody from the original thread came to my YouTube channel to continue on with it, you know. Like all these compliments, and I know, these pics. All these compliments, and you know, these people, like, I see another CJ, that's me. I just realized that. Smoothest way to linking your Twitter, that's what Susie said. It got 4 likes. So yeah, while I liked the community, I am so upset that after all of that effort, this was my most popular video until last month. I'll show you guys later. But anyway, you know, then the summer ended. And you know, I was still uploading videos, but like weekly at this point, and it was my senior year of high school. And you know, I was pretty much like confident at this point with my YouTube career and how it was steady and pretty good. And I was at the 29th episode, the finale was next, but hold on, guys, it's December. It's December, guys. You know, the thing we used to do for 3 seasons running. We have to go back. You know, this is the oldest thing on my channel is the Gaming Christmas Countdown. We have to bring it back. And you know what? I have friends now. Let's do this with friends and my sister and all that stuff. 12 episodes this time because 25 is too hard. And it was. Let's do this. And, you know, yeah, David, shout out. I am not going to lie, and this is probably going to expose me, like, really uncomfortably, but every November to December, I listen to this series when I'm doing random things. I, like, listen to it. That's why it has 66 views. I'd say about 40 of those views are from me. I used to, you know, like, I was just absolutely in love with this whole concept of us being together and having fun and my friends talking to me and my friends talking to each other. And even though I edited it to not show the horribleness that was happening in the background, this romanticized version I still kind of like. You know, I miss everything about this vibe. This vibe was my vibe. This vibe that I had been dreaming for. The Ziana gay awakening thing. That was what that was to me. The friendship realization. Like, I can't tell you the feelings. I can't even express in poetry. Mind you, I'm kind of a big songwriter now because I'm going through like a songwriting phase. And I can't even write in music how beautiful this feeling was to me. Of course, things did not go right, as everybody remembers. Like, you know what happens, David. I know what happened. I'm not comfortable sharing it on the internet right now, and I don't think you are as well. The details. But we know what happened. It was bad. And I regret what happened during this series, but one thing I won't miss is the feelings. Like, you know, I'm just gonna play, like, the first minute starting here. This was my kind of vibe for me. And finally, we have the individual who needs no introduction. Sleepy. And this is the first episode of something that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing by the way, I went back to the Mac, by the way. A modded survival world together in which we have conga line. My god. And that aim Java Monk was a genius for coming up with that. Town. Yeah, so that's basically that's basically what it is. It's all survival. We're not doing creative, but we're just gonna build a town in however way possible, and this is basically the world we're gonna be starting off with. Yeah.
We totally 100% spawned on top of this tree, right?
Yeah, we totally did. It was funny.
Hey! Yay, we're studying!
Yay!
Hey, let's go.
Found a village earlier on.
Yeah, there's a village nearby.
We're not cheating. CJ looked it up ahead of time for the seed.
Yeah, we had to. Oh my gosh, she nearly died. I want to do that too.
Not gonna make that. Just watch. Oh my god, I made it.
Bloop, bloop.
It's multiple. Where are you guys?
See, this. God, I miss it so much. Like when we were doing the ticket to ride thing we were doing the ticket to ride thing. You know, I almost felt that feeling again. And, you know, I just love that so much. I'm really happy that you guys got together to do this for me, mind you, for me. And, you know, especially Java Monk. My god, girl. You put everything into this. I should have stopped you. But, my god, you put everything into this. No, we don't want to do that again, David. We don't want to do that again. It's romanticized. Remember the pain and suffering. And, you know, I do remember you made the skin. I remember that you suggested that we make the skins. Everybody. You know, this is my sister, my best guy friend, and my best gal friend, all in one video. It was supposed to be perfect, but, you know, I'm just going to pretend that it was. So the Gaming Christmas Countdown happened, and immediately, like, after 3 months... Like 3 months afterwards, for reasons I won't say, I completely canceled it. And after that series, I was burnt out again, and I was completely quiet. From Minecraft Complete, of course. But while that was happening, many things happened. We could do it another way. First of all, not bring Sleepy. Anyway, while this whole thing was going on, I had an Avid assignment, and that Avid assignment was to create a passion project of mine. Yes, it was very early in the semester. I'm not sure why we did it so early, but we did it. And I decided to, I had been working on this lore of CJPurplePrincess for years at this point. Like, at that point, it had been 3 years, almost 3 years. And I really wanted to put it into the picture, and I made Interspecies Prologue. It's a school assignment, but it is also not only my best video that I've ever made, it's my best Minecraft skit-ish video that I've ever made, and my best school project, dare I say, excluding college. So this is what I want to analyze this again now that I'm a film student, and look at Interspecies Prologue. This is basically the beginning of CJPurplePrincess revamped. God, I love this video. First of all, the thumbnail is sick, because this light is my crown, technically. So let's just get started. I made this with Keynote, because I'm just so... Classic opening sunrise shot. Created by Claire Jennings. Voiced by me. Awkward kind of movement shot. This is the character on Nova Skin that we saw earlier. Javamug, Sleepy, and Mrs. Vitro. Javamug did help me with the lore quite a lot. He was like she was like asking me questions for me to answer, and it kind of like helped with building the lore a lot. Larry and Anne cameo on the left. I made sure to include every single type of player that was possible in this shot. I established the time, which I'm still kind of confused about, the overworld. Already we're establishing like there's chapters to this short film.
Most unwise to see your presence, grandfather.
Random
You have
elf
reached the
lore
player
drop.
age limit. It curses me to see you waste your final hours on some worthless news announcement.
I never raised you to use such foul language, my cornucopia. Besides, you are aware that I am present for every word spoken on that stage.
I still
am
have
still
the clips
eager
that
for
I
a
used for these
declaration of
voices.
peace from the devils.
An impossibility, I'm sure. Please, let's flow through the rivers one last time.
We established, like, a critical part about characters.
I would never miss such a moment with you.
It's very important that the audience knows that players have a limited lifespan. And, I want to get more into that. I have this written down. Basically, there was like this overcrowding, overpopulation issue in the very early stages of Minecraft. Too many characters, not enough room. Because, more characters keep spawning and spawning in because these, people keep falling in love and making character babies together in this really complicated reproduction unit way. And, and this was a big problem. There was this big overpopulation issue. There was a lack of resources. So the code of command, there was a new code of command made by the top 4 guys. I forgot what they're called. It was a new rule that basically said that you, after living this amount of time, I think it's like maybe 10 years, which is the same equivalent to like, I think 1,000 Minecraft days. I can't remember what it is. It's very complicated and not conventional at all. But after that time, they are forced to, die. They'll be, they could either, surrender themselves and die peacefully, or they can be hunted down. And some people, get away with it, which is how some people get away with it, some people don't. But the fact of the matter is that the force it's a very powerful force. And in this Minecraft lore, it became history's biggest population lost, because a lot of the population was gone, all of the old characters. But it did cause a little bit of a controversy, because the only old-ish players that could stay alive in the original code were the players in power, the 4 players that made that rule. They were the only ones that were allowed to survive past the time limit, I guess. And, that caused outrage, it caused protest, and, after a while, they finally changed that. But, of course, Yona, who was the original guy, had to die because of that. And, there were the 4 original ones. One of them was killed because she was a magical player. The original 3 had to die in this way. And, that's kind of like a critical thing about Minecraft life in my lore, is that it's limited. Very, very limited to a specific amount of time. And you have to, make the most of it. And a big thing, and I want to bring that up in my CJPurplePrincess thing, is that there's going to be controversy surrounding if I am supposed to meet the qualifications of, I'm both locked into the end monarchy rule and the overworld lifespan rule. Technically, after an amount of time, I'm supposed to die. But the monarchy rule that I fall under because of my interspecies identity as, Princess of the Enderman, I'm supposed to live as the ruler until my eventual death, whether mainly that I'm, killed, honestly. That's how the monarchy dies. So that's kind of like a big, part of my plot, which eventually forces me into exiling myself into the end at some point in my lore. But, that's a part of my story. And I wanted to, kick start on it, plant the seed that's, get people to think about this eventual issue that might come to be in my series.
But let me listen to these last few statements, and my devotion will close.
So this guy's last day is today.
To this region of the overworld, players, mobs, and monsters of this birch forest, my name is Blochet Zai. I represent the
Blochet Zai. Okay, so another big important thing is that depending on the character type, everybody has uniquely organized names. So there are pure players, which are just Steve's and Alex's. They have, I can't remember if they have like super plain names or super wacky names. Alternate players are like people with other skins but have no magical qualities. They have normal names, like CJ, and all of that such. I guess Java Monk would be an alternate player. Java Monk's lore aside, definitely an alternate player named, Java Monk. That's kind of a normal-ish name, I guess. Then there would be mutant players with especially insane elfish-sounding names, and then magical players with wizard-like names. I swear there is a distinction.
World News Broadcast, the ONB. We welcome you to this announcement, for our lives are dreadfully short. So taking the minute to commit yourself to us means a great deal to us.
The ONB is very important to how CJ gets her overworld information while she's in hiding.
We gather you here today to declare a temporary emergency. An unidentified pure Steve player has committed a heinous crime in the domains of the Entity that may shatter our current friendly relations.
Immediately we assign hostility to pure players.
Which is still in a state of reconstruction. Under the effects of an invisibility potion, this sneaky individual
this whole thing where she has like the actual items that she needs to present, I'm not going to do anymore. That just doesn't make sense.
Equipped with fireworks and fire charges, the player then proceeded to attack the city and destroy the end ship and the tower that he retrieved with the elytra.
She has an elytra, for goodness sake.
He then went back to the main island of the
resource.
Still with a hunger of chaos, despite our ongoing ban of slaying the queen whilst it is in its youth. This pure
Again, that rule is very contradictory. Slaying a queen,
player did just that and slayed the young queen equals, all alone. Following her death, the pure player managed to steal their most prized possession, the Ender Dragon egg.
So CJ is an interspecies, which means she has which means her soul, she has 2 souls basically. She has her player soul. She's CJ. That's how she appears. But she also has the soul of the recently deceased Ender Dragon, because the Ender Dragon died and she was born at the exact same time, and that's how she was able to inherit its spirit and eventually save the monarchy. So this soul thing does not cause her to lose her humanity, but rather gain additional abilities because of her soul. She can speak to Enderman, first of all. She has royal blood, and she can, just like she can teleport, I think. That was probably an idea that I had. She can't fly because she's in human mode, but basic things like that. Slight Enderman abilities, and she can talk to them. So she won't lose her humanity, but that's just the question. Her player lifespan will run out, but she's still technically, by rule and by blood and soul, not by blood, but by soul, a royal leader of the End. So with the rules still in place, like, stop killing the Ender Dragon, they're like, we gotta kill you because you're a player and your time's run out. So that's gonna be a whole, like, conflict that she'll run into.
He went home through the portal to continue flying around the overworld and destroy some of our precious land and a few homes with his fire charges. We already have one casualty from this situation.
Oh, God. I hope it wasn't Niall. Your husband, I presume? Worse, my brother. You destroyed my house, All siblings do that.
The player will be killed. The player, technically, again, like, there's going to be a whole entire department that's specifically for this population control method, and they will seek out, players that have this amount of time, and you can technically check. They have this, like, this is how I plan to use F3. You know how you can see, like, day 1, day 2 or something? This is how their age is displayed. So, when they reach a certain amount of days, they will either voluntarily go to the facility to which they are then, peaceably killed, however that may be, or they will be, hunted off by the department for not meeting up to the, actual governmental standards and be killed violently by, and I'm thinking that this force is extremely powerful to where it's next to impossible to evade it. So, no, they won't vanish, but they will be technically killed by the government.
Though, he destroyed my house while I was inside. Killed my dog.
And that's kind of gonna be like, one of the topics of controversy. In real life, there's always topics of controversy. Population control, this method is one of them.
I left with half a heart. Lost everything. Okay, I'll take my leave now.
This player is wanted on all biomes of this overworld, and is considered to be extremely dangerous. If you have any sightings of this individual, or have any leads on the identity of this criminal, report to the players in power immediately. Keep your eyes open and your heads up.
She's talking as if we blink.
Oh my God, Larry
In
line.
the meantime, the End will remain in panic as the Queen had no heir, being so...
It technically is a hardcore world, yes. When you die, you can't come back. You are right. And if you want to conceptualize a multiverse in Minecraft, there can be an alternate world where it's survival and you can die and then respawn as many times as you like. There could be an alternate universe where it's creative and they have absolute will. And mind you, there will be at a very rare chance a magical character with the creative ability. But they are exceptionally rare. Like, I would say, like, one of those rare conditions that people have in real life. Very, very rare. So, that won't be like a very common thing to happen in my world, but it's possible. And there will be like historical documents about this person. All the spectators that were just watching. God, you're not wrong. I guess if you want to think about like a supernatural existence than all of the dead characters being here and such.
So young. They are currently working on resolving this situation, but it looks like the Ender Monarchy is crumbling as we speak.
Establishing the conflict immediately. The Ender Monarchy is dying because the Queen had no heir because she was too young to make an heir at the time. So they don't have an heir. There's nobody else living. What are they going to do? That's how CJ saves the monarchy, because of that interspecies soul. It's by chance, by luck.
A new government? A new alliance?
Especially since her species is pretty much wiped out, and by the time she reaches independence, she's the only interspecies left. Because of the interspecies genocide.
In other news, the long-awaited child of Harry and Quilk's Poldenster
there
has
could be
finally been
spectators and
spawned
ghosts. I would
into
think how
our overworld.
I want to think about how I could expand
Poldenster,
that
for
because
a
that could
brief
be
refresh,
interesting.
was the final interspecies of this overworld, following the Grand Massacre of 1.10, where the
1.10,
interspecies
so
were
it's very
assumed to be
recent.
spies of the Nether in the end, and to which were all to be slaughtered to protect the overworld. We now realize that assumption was false, and that they are just as much of a player as the rest of us.
That filler statement that's like, we now recognize, very reminiscent of today's times. Obviously, there used to be news broadcasts celebrating the defeat and deceit and the genocide of these interspecies, but now they're like changing their minds. You know, I'm like tying real world crisis into this, especially with this next guy.
Ugh, you know what? I can't take this anymore. We're always talking about the poor Endermen and the poor interspecies. Shut up! You're going to tear us apart and you all know it. It'll be the end! Y'all wouldn't stand up for this!
Immediately, we see that there's like an obvious hatred bias from the pure players. First of all, he brings up Yona, which is basically just like God, you know, using God to defend himself, accusing Endermen and interspecies to, you know, absolutely tear them apart, you know, absolutely, you know, horrible and discriminatory accusations that are obviously, like, you know, overreaction, or, you know, just stuff like that. You get what I'm saying. This is going to be like very important for the lore.
Anyway, continuing on, apologies for that brief interruption. She found love with a wizard named Harry and has lived in safety since. Here we are, the celebration of their newborn child. The family reveals that this child was born a little girl, and in the species just like her mother, for which soul she inherited is unknown as of now. So far, they refer to her as CJ, and wears a purple dress.
Yeah, my name is not CJPurplePrincess in this series, it's CJ. Because it's, you know, technically my nickname. A lot of people call me that. I would want to be called it in school, but I already have a classmate named CJ, and I don't want to take that away. So, I'm CJ in this lore, not CJPurplePrincess.
Has purple hair and a golden crown on her head. Might as well be the Purple Princess, don't you think?
Okay, that's kind of a cheap joke.
That girl is going to grow to be something special someday. With that, we are done with today's announcements. Refreshers are in the chest nearby. Have a great day, players. This is ONB signing off.
This is actually kind of a clever way to give off, you know, story information without it seeming too obvious. Also, building that extra house to give it like a little world building is pretty clever as well. Now we're transitioning into, of course, the Nether. And this did not actually take that long. It was just a bunch of NPCs while I found a Nether fortress that was naturally crafted in this world. This is 1.12, which is why it looks pretty bad. And now we're going to establish what the world in the Nether is like, what's happening and how it works. Okay, that's a little cheesy, but immediately we get, like, you know, this figure is obviously very powerful because whatever he commands, they will repeat. It's kind of like a war chant, but, you know, obviously this guy's like the king of the world and such.
Serious news from the end today. Our long-lived enemies that infest our veins of netherrack have done us a great deed, without the intention to surrender, of course. Thanks to me and my family, we are healing.
Family. He refers to them as family. It's kind of like a mafia, which it kind of is. It's a dictatorship.
It's well following the war against the Endermen. We live in prosperity whilst the slender ink stains suffer in destroyed houses and many, 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 many delicious deaths. Just when we thought our win could not get any sweeter, I gathered a report from my trusted assistant here. Assistant, I grant you the fire of this gathering.
I grant you the fire.
Everyone watch.
A continuity error, we get it. A drastically different approach to the news.
Slain by the filthy arms of a player of the overworld. Not by any sword, however. By fire charges. Goss!
Slain! This explains our shortage of gas. Our father would like me to express his displeasure for it.
We already established their issue, a gas shortage, which is, and they're bitter about that. The inks, the creatures that invest their veins are obviously the players. That's their issue. Players coming in and out of the nether and killing gas for their own, benefit. That's their issue. Which is very different to, everybody else.
You sick and competent collection of crap! Players are still here! You have not captured enough! In fact, you have captured none! You better work this out, or I'll send you out to the roof to starve and suffer!
The roof. This was actually Java Monk's idea. Java Monk was like, how are you going to use the roof of the nether? Because, players sometimes, manipulate the game into getting up to the roof of the nether. I thought of this way, where at 1.16, the roof will be opened by a player, and it's originally a prison for, creatures of the nether to be, imprisoned and eventually, starve and pass away, of course, because apparently you can starve in this game as a pigman or whatever. And when that opens, the spirits will ooze out, and that's how the crimson and the warped force are created. They are from an infestation of the spirits and the souls from the roof that are lost. Now, I can't remember what the difference between them are, but that's just how these new biomes are, developed. I could think that the warped forest would be like, an invasion of the Endermen, but so far and so forth, that's basically how those biomes come to exist and why the roof is so important.
Anyway, I do have more good news. This player in question also decided to steal our most fiercest shield of dominance. The long-respected dragon egg was swapped out of the quantum forces and into the overworld, where it remains to be taken. This does not mean that we shall not respect the egg no longer, as it is rather bad for the players to take such a thing. This is a kingdom, not a gift shop. It's as if the players are still the very head that curls our father's brow as long as he's on this throne. This does mean, however, that their defenses are even lower. No queen, no egg, no rule. Prepare your forces, piglins! We must overthrow this place once and for all! And we must do it in secret, or the players will fight back at us again. And Father would not like that very much now, would we?
Weakened force.
This concludes my position here and the king's declaration. Y'all know what to do.
Y'all.
Long live the Goldfez!
Goldfez, I love that name. And we also establish, player relation.
Oh, dearest me. I must warn the rest.
I love that shot because that was completely unintentional. And finally we go to the end. We've already been hyping up the status of the end so long. We're now here to see it. Complete destruction. And I'm gonna give myself a lot of credit for making the tower that the player built. The speed tower that they built to climb up to the portal to go to the end city. I love that, especially since it's half destroyed thanks to all of the fire charges. I love that detail. The only problem is that I was too lazy to build houses to make them seem half destroyed. So that's the only criticism that I have, but I love everything else about this world.
Devastated are we. Assistant to the Queen Pixie speaking.
I want to point out something silly. Her name's Pixie, but it's spelled P-X-Q-I. Pixie. Pixie. That's how I named the Enderman. Super, super weirdly spelled normal names, with the exception of Emma, of course.
I stand here, bowing my head. Hours of the same moment lie behind me. I long for safety.
We long for security. Naked, standing here, we continue to be. Our queen, so young and sweet, slain once more, much like her ancestors.
She speaks in poetic
Unlike
terms, and
her
CJ will
ancestors,
kind of speak like that.
She bore no children. What will be on now, Pixie? We lack a royal heir. I beg of you, rest my attention. Devastated are we, assistant to the Queen Pixie speaking.
I'm obsessed with repetition,
The
what can I
future
say?
remains unsure. With her life stolen, our hearts broken, and our stolen token, we have no choice but to anticipate the inevitable. I expect the Nether to bring us down and the rest of our houses.
Where?
We would call upon the players, but we are not so sure now. What do you think? I shall leave this to debate.
Also, I kind of baby-fied
Continue reconstruction efforts as
Endermen
normal.
because they don't really have baby
I fear
versions
we
as
might
opposed to
have to
literally every other mob. So
release a
I'm not
few
going to, you know,
prisoners
be
from
upset
the
about that.
city. We need help! More than usual. They are ones to suffer too. A few losses are present there following the destruction that concurred. I wouldn't dare to leave them in their loneliness. It is what Her Highness would have wanted. Devastated are we, assistant to the Queen Pixie speaking. A ceremony will be carried out soon, honoring the late Queen and her dreadfully
Values
short reign.
ceremonies.
We will communicate to you 5 individuals of the final preparations.
Establishes the lack of
Hug
population,
your
the
loved
lack of
ones
survivors.
close. I long for my best friend, who is one of the missing from the Great War. I shall keep my special someone close. I shall do the same for my children. Come closer, my lilacs.
Lilacs,
Our
that's a
newly
real
appointed
flower in Minecraft.
representative, Emma, will figure things out.
Establishes
I
Emma as a
trust her with
character.
my life. Can you do that, Emma? On my honor for the Queen. I shall do my best to find a princess.
Okay, I don't like that line a lot. Because, you know, it's kind of like, you know, out there and forward. If I were to change it up, I would probably say something more so like, you know, I will do my best to rebuild our civilization or something like that. She's kind of like, you know, the cool, like, kind of like the lady in waiting. She's kind of like just this, well, she's technically the assistant to the queen, but she's like the next assistant to the next queen. So that's why she's in charge of like rebuilding the next civilization, because now there's no queen for her to be an assistant to. Therefore, that makes her the kind of quote unquote new queen. So I wish that line could change a lot, but you know, it's already here, so we know what happens.
Devastated are we, assistant to the Queen Pixie speaking. May our lovely equals rest in the stars. Meeting is adjourned. Rest easy on these hard times.
This is kind of the weaker scene, but you know, it gets the job done. And then of course we have the final scene.
This is our home, darling.
I made that skin from scratch.
If you ever need to visit us again when you depart, recall these coordinates I've written in this book for you. Visit often.
And that one's from scratch.
Of course you'll stay here for a few days whilst we teach you the fundamentals of life, of course. I mean, we aren't born to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yep. Welcome to the overworld, CJ.
Me.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. So, where do I begin?
And I ended off, and I'm still so proud. It's so good. It is so unbelievably good. Every time I watch this, I notice new little things that weren't intentional, that I think excel this... Dang it, I did it again. Excel this series even more. I love it. I love this series, this video so much. I'm so proud of it. And then I just disappear for over a year. That's the last video I uploaded for ages and ages and ages after. Like maybe, what would it be? It would be like July 2024. And that was uploaded in January 2023. So literally over a year and a half. So But while this thing takes ages, I do little side quests and revamp my vlogging channel into a time capsule. And I upload kind of like three different things. One of them is random music that I made. And while I'm not very confident, they're all public on my channel. Let me turn this down while I talk. While they're all kind of like public on my channel and you can listen to them at your will and cringe, I kind of wanted to put a place to put all these things that I found of, kid me singing or teenage me singing or whatever this thing is, the beat that never drops, which actually kind of got quite a few views and a comment for some reason. You commented on this too. So just kind of like a little side quest that I was doing. Another video that I was uploading were random little Minecraft clips that I saved that were always super short, didn't last very long, and had kind of like, weird jokes to them.
Alright, I'm gonna unleash my load before I actually go out there.
Okay, I don't even remember which episode this was, but all I remember was that I was saying that line thinking like, I'm talking about my inventory, but it sounded really wrong. I showed it to my sister, and she thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and she sometimes makes fun of me for saying that sometimes. And I wanted to put it somewhere instead of in this deleted scene haunts me. I hate you, Susie. See? Oh, it's episode 12. Oh my goodness, I actually found that out. Thank you. Okay. And a third one, and this is what this video that that's been tucked here for a while has been for, because I can't save it for some reason. Well, actually, I do know why. This is my unofficial most popular video of all time with 2,800 views, almost exact. Yeah, I got like 14 views before I unlisted it again. So I uploaded a lot of like videos from my childhood. Some of them, privated, some of them public. One of them was my series that I made, my first video series that I ever made when I was a kid, called Watch Children. And I was really proud of myself to upload it because, at the time I was really upset because my USB, which had all of my files in it, my old videos, my photos that I used to take as a kid, got corrupted, and I lost so many of it. My sister still has it because I asked her to try and like take it out because I can't even open it on my computer anymore. And that's why a lot of my old archives of my videos are gone. They're either that or they're locked behind a computer that Susie turned into Windows, and I don't know how to get out of that. And I don't even remember if I deleted as I went on, as I was uploading them onto my USB. So that was a great big loss, and that's why a lot of my old videos are lost and why this channel isn't as big as I want it to be. But at least I still had Watch Children, and I was happy to upload it and show it to the world. And let me read the description to talk to you about why it's unlisted and privated and, most importantly, marked for children. Hi. So I didn't talk about it because I was too sick to. But I got thousands of views on this video. I thought I had found a community, but instead my child image attracted a demographic of 40-year-old men who had just done slicking it to a brother-sister flick. Naturally, when I discovered that, I was nothing short of horrified. I felt helpless instantly. The flourish of viewers have thankfully calmed down, and I'm still comfortable with other videos being up, but not this one. I uploaded this as an effort to make an archive of my childhood and possibly share it with a community of film students who also made cringe films as a child. But instead, I've instead attracted pedophiles, and I was a fool to think I wouldn't. Keep away from your daughter. The Watch Children are watching you and will make you spray out something else in that same bed that witnessed my exploitation. Good night. Don't post your kids on the internet. Yeah. That is actually 100% true. People used my video for their pleasure, and it makes me sick. Because, this is me as a child that sometimes goes into my bed. It's me when I was 8. And it makes me sick. I hate people. Dare I say. It makes me sick. And I don't know what that, what's that's called. I can definitely say that Nathan stalked me, but I don't know what to call this. And, that's why I very much value kids on the internet nowadays, like more than ever, really. And when I was at my cousin's last month, he begged me to make a YouTube video with him in it, and, you know, upload it onto my channel. And, like, you know, if that were me like 5 years ago, I would have 100% said yes and put it on there instantly. I, you know, flat out said no to him. And I asked, you know, my aunt to give him, like, you know, the talk about it, because I can't do it myself. It's obviously not my job. But, you know, I have, like, you know, clips with him, and he pretends to be in a YouTube video. I have clips that I'm editing right now for, you know, myself, because I'm a nostalgic person, of him playing Minecraft for the first time, because it's really important to me as a Minecraft YouTuber. But I will never show it on the internet, and I will only keep it for, like, you know, like, hey, this is my cousin playing Minecraft, and I'm teaching him. You know, 10 years later, I'm going to cry, because that kid will be old and probably know a lot about Minecraft now. So, for those reasons, that's why I'm keeping that. But I will never, ever upload a child to social media ever again. Even if their face is covered, I will never do that. Never. That is, and this video is why. So, after that whole thing happened, I was completely distraught. And while I was uploading this, I was going through my absolute worst depression phase. So this to happen kind of, like, you know, really made it really bad, basically. And, you know, probably definitely the worst time of my life was this time right now. Late 2023, early 2024, longest major depressive episode, and I got exploited on the internet. I hated that. So, yeah, I hate that too. So, but the problem was that I was still, like, you know, very convicted. Is that the right word? You know, I still had to drive to make Minecraft Complete videos, and so I made Series Collector through live streams. But you can tell by my voice that I was so depressed, so burnt out, and so humiliated. You can hear it in my voice. Soon. When? I'm not sure, but I'm hoping it'll be a surprise. So, with the first episode of Minecraft Complete Series Collector, as depicted on a stream, and my viewers being David changed. It doesn't sound like I am a changed person. Very changed. It doesn't sound like it, but I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna call this the live stream experience. Wow, I think this is a mangrove swamp, which is rather unique. What a start, honestly. But I don't think this is my ideal house. I wish, as much as I love Series Collector and I'm really happy about it and I can't wait to get it started again, I really wish I didn't stream at this time. I wish I could have just left the internet for a while. And, you know, I'm very grateful that this whole thing happened. And, you know, I had fun for the most part. And I didn't have fun editing it because, you know, I had to edit each and every single, you know, live stream text box in. That took absolutely ages. But, you know, that's in the past now. It's done. I'm over it. But at that point, I decided to start using, I know we're a little bit over time. Sorry, I'm kind of almost done. After I kind of, like, you know, had my time with Minecraft Complete Series Collector, which lasted for like 2 episodes, I started uploading my films that I made in school onto my channel. Salle de Depression was one of them, and then I made IU After Hours, which actually has one of my favorite shots that I've ever made. First of all, I use Outer Wilds music for it, which is like, thank you, David. I'm fine now. I use Outer Wilds music, which is one of my favorite video games. I'm really happy that it's, like, you know, it was actually out there on the internet for me to use, so I could use it for this. But, so we're just gonna start, like, you know, the concept is my campus in the dark. We open up with an absolutely random and last-minute shot of the full moon by my camera that I rented out, and then it just transitions into the clock that everybody on campus sees as it ticks to 4 in the morning. Now, a big thing that filmmakers have taught me is that they use clocks to indicate time. And immediately by showing that shot, you can tell it's like the absolute middle of the night. It's dark, the moon's out, it's 4 in the morning. And this is the campus. It's quiet. It's c'est tranquille, dare I say. I don't like how the Shrek the Musical thing is in the background. That kind of like throws off the whole cool silhouette thing of the fountain that's in front of the theater, which I've actually seen a film be shot there before. But you know, the majority of these things I shot, all the shots that moved were filmed by my partner of this project, and you know, I was absolutely in love with that shot, and I'm still so proud of it. I'm going to put it in my demo reel for sure. And then, you know, big hiatus later, an entire school year, dare I say, I continue to upload various film projects, and I close it off with my absolute favorite film that I've made so far, Blue Azul Blue, which I made 3 months ago. And this is a subject of lost media, as you probably already know. You know, I spent 5 hours with a great but really skeletal crew recording, you know, beautiful shots. I spent $100 for the main villain's costume, and you know, I was just absolutely so set, but then my camera reinitialized and I lost all of the footage. All I had was a flashback scene that I filmed a week ago, which had a total of 10 shots. So I had that, plus like my crappy camera, which I filmed 2 extra shots for. What was I gonna do? And I created Blue Azul Blue, and it's beautiful. The opening is beautiful. Just, I'm gonna shut up. Watch it. It's gonna be beautiful. Well,
Grammarly
after
now
this
uses
ad
AI to
from
help you
Grammarly,
write, not just revise.
Screw AI, by the way. Like, my campus is encouraging it now, and I hate it. $80mm lens. Color corrected to peach. My cousin's hand. I sometimes wake up and think, oh my god, I made that shot of Blue Azul Blue. That was 100% me. It was me and one other person who did the sound. It was all me. I did the writing. I did the shot plans. I did the camera. I did the direction. I got the producers to hire it. I bought those crayons that you see right there. I got my cousin to draw those images that you see. I did everything. I edited this video. I did everything, and that's what I made. That was me. For goodness sake, I'm so proud of that shot. I'm so proud. I could go off for days and days and days. Like, again, I keep noticing little things the more I go about these 2 opening shots. First of all, that is not my actor who was the silhouette, which is that character's name. That is me, actually, who wore the bodysuit and the coat for this shot. We are introduced to this character by a hand shot. Thank you, David. By a hand shot, who grasps the crayon and then discards it, kind of like lacklusterly. And in like a beautiful transition, we see these coins being dropped to indicate the new scene. But because this is like a psychological horror film, we're kind of uncomfortable, even though this seems to be like, you know, very soothing. We got colors, we got peach. We get the coins to be dropped again. But then we introduce 2 new characters also by their hands. A child who's offering himself, and then the gentle detective who accepts it with grace. And that is how we get to know the characters. People write character introductions by their voice. People write character introductions by narrator. People write character introductions by eyes, by looks, by musical cues. They never use hands. And that's what I did. You immediately know who these characters are by their hands. I can't tell you how genius that is. And I'm talking about me right here. I'm more modest than Paul McCartney, but I can say that this is so smart, so genius. And you know, film continues on. We're immediately in the perspective of this child. All of the drawings are the same, which is pretty uncomfortable. We got a drawing shot, which is childish. Established shot of a police detective badge. She's obviously a person in power. Uncomfortable silent shot of Blue Azul Blue. It's a crayon. My cousin was surprisingly easy to direct. And you know, the film goes on, and you know, I could say more about this film, but I just can't because of that opening shot. I can't top that opening shot. Even the closing shot, the only other time we see the silhouette. That's the silhouette talking, by the way.
But I found this.
The crayon broken and bleeding and battered and destroyed. Taken by the silhouette. Because now it's gone and all there's left is the pain. I love this film. And I love all these names that you see, except for that second one that I didn't catch. I am in love with this film. I am 100% putting it on my rip to the original film. I'm 100%. Not only am I going to put this in my demo reel to apply for the senior BFA program, but also I'm going to submit this to film festivals. I am just that proud of it. We're going to see what happens for that, honestly. I did it again. So after that, the summer happened. And I went right back to Minecraft Complete. I need you to listen to me. Listen, stop. One of my frogs just died. Your wandering trader nearly stole all of my llamas and they're all running loose, including my sniffer. Everything's running away because of you. You realize that, right? You realize that. I have a ton of stuff in my inventory and there's still stuff left on the ground. 3 creepers blew up. My frog was killed by a spider jockey. You are not making this easy on me. You realize that, right? I am stressed out. All I wanted to do was take some pictures of my frogs for the thumbnails. Frogs! Emphasis on frogs! Now one of them is dead. Thank you. I had to make that statement. I was pissed. You know, at this point, please subscribe to CJPurplePrincess. I'm cool. That was my summer, and you know, it was fine. I wasn't burnt out or anything. And of course, you know, I started coming back to older things that I've done, collaboration videos and videos with Java Monk. I've made a video with her since the Gaming Christmas Countdown, and now we collaborate pretty often right now, and I'm really happy about that. I really like this video, by the way. It's not very popular, especially because it's long, but you know, I'm still very proud of it, and I'm really happy that I got to collaborate with Java Monk. We never collaborate, it's just the two of us, it's fun. And then of course my most recent video, episode 6, Marriage of Husker and Momo. And to close off this recollection, I want to celebrate the breaking of a record with Minecraft Complete Series Collector Episode 4 as my new most popular video as of last month. That video has been getting, I'm sorry that things aren't loading, by the way. That video has been gaining like random surges of views over the past few months. And this one, for some reason, this one got a lot of them and overcame the 2-year record of Sonic Underground and is now 846 views. I'm trying to remember what I did. Oh my god, I know what this is. This is the one where I find all 4 of the dogs. I think. Yeah, it's this one, where I go to find the Pale Garden. This is my most popular video of all time now. A completely new record. My second most popular video of all time in both channels, of course. It's amazing, and I'm really happy about that, and I'm really proud. I keep getting more subscribers. Almost all of my videos that I made last summer, except for one of them, and almost all of my Minecraft Complete videos, except one, got over 100 views each time. This one is the exception, and of course these two didn't get that many views as well, but 186, 887, 846, 158, 330. By the way, this is like the 3rd video of all time to get over 330, over 300, 95, 105. I guess there's 2 exceptions. My popular list used to be so different. New House is now in 8th place. The beginning of CJPurplePrincess is in 9th place. And this one, this beautiful video is in 12th place. And this one's in 2nd. Everything else is Minecraft Complete. Mostly series collector, which is officially my most successful series in terms of views. Everything is above and beyond. And, you know, I like to look back on my old videos, see what I've made, see what I've failed on, and that's why I'm here today. This is 10 years of CJPurplePrincess. I'm not proud of quite some. I'm proud of a lot of it. And, you know, there are a lot of videos that I didn't show. There are a lot of videos that I probably am misremembering right now. Everything is just beautiful, and I wouldn't change it for the world, honestly. And of course, there's my live streams, which I didn't really include, but, you know, that's part of it as well. So, you know, on behalf of, you know, as the lead representative of the CJPurplePrincess series, I want to thank everybody, even though you may not be watching, for being part of this, dare I say, journey. I know that's a little overused statement, but, you know, it's the complete truth. I plan to be back. I have a video that's waiting to be edited that, you know, it's waiting very patiently for me at this point. It's just that there's a lot of clips, my God. And, you know, that's going to be here sometime soon, maybe. I have no idea. You know, I'm back in school, so my and also I work in weekends, so technically I have work, whether it's school or work, every single day now. So I'm obviously going to be pretty tired, and I have, like, you know, intensive writing courses. I have a lot of screenings that I need to do. I'm in cinematography, so I have to make films all the time, all of that such. And, you know, we'll see what happens, but I'm hoping to bring the streams back, and, you know, I hope I'm not bothering anybody by talking so loudly, but, you know, this is probably what I'm going to do mostly, and, you know, series collector highlights are probably going to be very hard to come by, because, you know, they're quite a strain to edit, especially if I make them too long, my streams too long, but, you know, I'll get to work. I have a series advancement waiting for me, and that's probably what I'm going to work on right now. Well, not right now, it's almost 11 o'clock, I need to lay down, I'm tired, I've been working all day. I walked to and from work today. It's a 30-minute walk, I'm tired. So, you know, from the School Sucks series to, you know, thank you, David. From the School Sucks series to the series collector series, I want to thank, you know, this whole world for this, and no, I'm not going to film school for YouTube, Professor Bear. No, I'm not, I swear. So, I guess that is the end of this stream. It is almost 11 o'clock. We are about 15 minutes over time, but that's fine, I guess. Copper Update is going to add more advancements. I know. You know, we'll get to that when it gets here. Aside from that, it is getting late, and for you, it's probably the evening. You probably have other stuff to do. Tomorrow's Labor Day, so I don't have anything to do, which is cool. So I'm gonna relax, probably hang up the posters in my room and clean it. For goodness sake, this room needs to be cleaned so bad. But as of right now, I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night, and, you know, I will hopefully see you next Sunday. I'll let you know what happens. And yeah, I'm debating. I'm not going to do a sign today because this isn't technically a Minecraft video. So, I'm not going to do a sign in my other world today. Plus, I feel like if I join, I'm going to get spoilers for the next episode, which you probably already know what it is. So, you know, I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you so much for watching this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like a comment on the bottom. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos and streams of me, or go on my second channel, CJ's Time Capsule, to see more films of me. Watch Blue is So Blue, it's great. And I will see you in the next stream, and possibly next episode. I'll see you around, David. Cha-cha, this is CJ.